This podcast is brought to you by JList.com. Well, JList.com is being pretty timely right now with their current events. They have a whole new lineup of Pokemon plushies available on their website. You can get them all for $17 or less in Munyu Maru and normal plushie versions, including neck pillows for those of you that do some traveling. They have pretty much every version of Eevee you could possibly want. They have Pikachu, Snorlax, Cubone, Mew, Charmander, Psyduck, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, all your favorites. Head over to JList or JBox.com right now and you can have a brand new plushie to enjoy while you are playing your Pokemon Sword and Shield. This podcast is also brought to you by Bookwalker. Do you have a craving for manga or light novels? Head over to Bookwalker to check out their large selection of digital manga and light novels. They have some well-known series such as Monster Musume, Fullmetal Alchemist, Prison School, Fairy Tail, and so much more. They also can give you a free book once a month, so you can use their coin reward program where every purchase gets you closer to receiving a free book. Go to global.bookwalker.jp and sign up. And after creating a new account, you can use the promo code AAAPOD to get 600 yen off your first purchase. And now, let's start the podcast.
You're listening to the Anime Addicts Anonymous Podcast. Take your anime addiction to the next level at aaapodcast.com/join. And now, here are your anime addicts.
Welcome, everybody, to the 500th episode of the Anime Addicts Anonymous podcast. We did it. We are officially the oldest podcast in the world.
Oh my God. We did it. Wrap it up.
500
That's it. Bye, guys.
Episodes.
It's been fun.
Bunch of podcasting boomers.
Guys, wherever you're listening from, thank you so much for sticking with us all these years and for listening to us from wherever you are, grocery shopping, the gym, work, commute, wherever you are. We love to have you, and thank you everybody watching live on Twitch. You are all wonderful anime addicts, and we're thankful for all of you every single time you listen. I'm your host, Mitsugi, and I am joined by the full boat. We have, first, coming off of a brain-sizzling event of the JLPT exam, it is Mason. Mason, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I just drove through an hour of semi-snow, semi-rain to rush home.
What a man.
To get to this thing, because there's no way I'm missing it.
What a man.
It's good to be here and out of that room.
And we also have, fresh off a weekend of just massive family fun and video games, as was discussed on Hobby Addicts, it's Mandi. What's up?
Hi, guys. Hey, I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here. I wasn't here for the entire 500. There's a time I'm a podcast baby, but I'm here to celebrate. I'm happy to celebrate it with all of you.
And of course, coming off of battling tourists on the train and doing spin moves off bodies, it's Enzo. Enzo, how are you?
Dude, what's up, fam? I'm so busy, as you guys know, as I haven't been on the podcast for a minute, but there's no way I'm missing the big 500. So here I am, and I'm really happy. Thanks for being here with us today on the live stream. And if you're listening post-live stream on the recording, thank you, as always, for being here. Let's get this one on the way.
Let's
go.
go.
I'm so happy to be back.
Guys, if you're listening to this podcast and you have not yet joined us on our website, well, you're only 500 episodes late. And you can go to aaapodcast.com/join. You can join up. You can get our hentai episodes. You can get our Hobby Addicts. You can get our after parties. It's something like 8 to 9 episodes of extra content for you a month. And of course, with our exclusive RSS feed, now you can listen to all of this stuff on your favorite mobile app. So Podcast Addicts, Pocket Casts, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Overcast FM, Downcast, wherever it is, you guys can get all those the same way you would listen to any of your other podcasts. So head over to the website.
Downcast, upcast, rightcast, leftcast.
Left.
Cast. Northeast cast.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. stand on your head cast. We got it all.
Upside down cast.
Spin move cast. So over at aaapodcast.com/join, you can support the podcast. You'll get all this extra content, and you can now listen to it in a very convenient way. So thank you everybody for participating in that. Also, if you guys want to watch us on Twitch, we're doing this on Twitch now. If you're listening on Twitch and you haven't yet followed us, please do it. It helps us out a lot. So we're very, very thankful to have all of the viewers watching live today. And of course, we're on Facebook at facebook.com/group/AAA podcast. And of course, the Discord is, the hottest place on for us right now. It's pumping. Oh yeah. It's like 1,700 people now, just in there running their mouths, talking about whatever, just crazy people doing the fun stuff. So, which we have some Discord updates, speaking of fun stuff. So why don't you guys, what are you guys doing on Discord right now?
Well, the first big news is if you're listening to this right now, either live or in the future, list season is a go. We have started putting out all the polls for all the best of the decade lists we're about to do, best of 2019 lists we're about to do, best of the Discord stuff. So there's all sorts of polls. You'll see it also on Facebook and stuff, but Discord is the first place to go to check it and give us your input on all the shows you loved from the past couple years.
Yeah, you're only going to get one chance to talk about, probably one chance to discuss the best anime of the decade, and this podcast has spanned the entire decade from start to finish.
The answer is Hunter x Hunter.
It very well could be. It very well could be. So, listen, I don't know if this podcast is going to go for 10 more years. That's something I can't even think about right now, but we did start in 2009, and we're still here. So that's the whole decade. So you can go on Discord and talk about...
I would be 44.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, you can talk about it.
I'd be a beautiful 37. Oh my god.
Pinch his cheeks. 37.
Oh my god.
So, what else is going on Discord?
We also have my manga club. Last week we did Beastars, and we had a pretty good side script for that. Our next manga will be the first 2 volumes of Tokyo Tarareba Girls, and the meeting will be on December 11th. So join up, because I really enjoy that series, and I'm excited to talk about it.
I'm excited as well.
Also, we have our gaming that Mason and I are doing, and hopefully we'll be able to pick that up this week. I don't know. But last week is pretty rough with family and the holidays.
Yeah, we kind of took a week off, but we are going to get back into it. We're almost done with the console. I think we're starting Danganronpa next. So.
I actually purchased Danganronpa, so that is a go.
We are doing it, people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can just find that all on Twitch. And finally, we also have our anime club, which runs on off manga club weeks, if that makes sense. So this Wednesday, if you're listening live, the 4th, we're going to be talking about the movie Anthem of the Heart, which is done by Marie Okada. So you still have time to watch it. It's an easy thing to watch. Watch it with your family. I don't even know. Just come to the meeting, 10 p.m. EST, be there, and enjoy it.
Just do it, people. Just do it.
Just dab/do it.
Guys, the 500th episode is here. We're going to be talking about the podcast at length. So many of the prior hosts of the podcast have recorded little memos. We're going to be playing that. They want to say hi, let you know what they've got going on in life, let you know that they're still watching anime, still going strong. And of course, we have a Family Feud game that is, I am going to be hosting the Family Feud game, and it will be a 2-on-2 battle. But there's only 4 of us. And if Mitsuki's hosting, who's going to be the 4th person? I don't know. It's a surprise with a special host coming in here to play Family Feud.
It's the dick light.
Oh, and there's
the dick light. It's the Hisoka dick light.
Is the Hisoka dick light of legend.
This is our other guest. Hi, guys.
The Mandi Hisoka team will run train.
Our team has the properties of both rubber and gum.
This is what happens. Like, Mandi wakes up. It's like 3 a.m. It's dark. She's like, man, I really got to get some water. She's like, I can't see. Oh, let us let the Hisoka dick light guide me to the kitchen. So she grabs
the will guide her.
She grabs the dick light and just follows its beacon to the kitchen and to get her drink of water.
Now they always tell you, don't go towards the light. In this case, you want to go.
You go straight to it.
You go straight to the dick.
And then we're gonna do
moving on.
Little side. We were derailed there. in the best possible
Happy
way.
500.
Happy 500. We're also going to be doing a review of Copcraft later on after that. So, well, I don't think we should delay. It's pretty packed episode, so let's just hop right into it.
Like, get it.
おー、大ニュースです。It's time for big news of the week.
Oh my God. Well, 500 episodes. You know, when this podcast started back in 2009, I was in grad school and
Yikes.
just a wee baby of 24 years old.
Wow.
And when I look back on it, 24 really does seem like a little baby, sort of. You know, now
Dude,
that I'm
for sure.
now that
I
I'm
mean,
old.
Yeah, I'm only 27, but 24 already feels like a different type of life.
Different era.
It feels like a different era of life. So I mean,
Yeah.
Your perspective is like must be even more shifted. You know.
It's weird though. I feel the same as I did then. Like in my mind, I just feel a little older. You know, like my back hurts and I have some aches and pains in other places. It's all self-inflicted. You know, I'm just a madman like that. But so it's hard to even go back this far in my old man memory to recall these moments. But you know, 10 years ago or so, Chiaki and I were, you know, in the anime club at our college, and I feel like I should have some like sad, like some soothing music to play.
Is this a sad thing?
You need to have
The
some
podcast-
It's not a sad
Not
thing.
s-
This is
podcast
a
started
glorious
in the arms of
This
the
is the
angels.
first
inception
time.
of the podcast.
The first time that the podcast is its own big news of the week. This is
I know.
triumphant.
That's true. Oh my God, podcastception.
So
So-
like okay, but like hold on. So like okay,
Yeah.
it's you and Chiaki.
Yep.
You're an anime club.
Oh yeah.
Like what happens? You just say, hey, why don't we just record this?
Well, we had all these friends. It was like, oh, we have this anime club. All these friends from it that we all love anime. We all share this passion. And then it's Chiaki, it's me. We had a roommate back then named Valentine who was big into anime as well. And then we had other friends. We had Kimiko and we had Hatake. We had all these friends, and we were all in the same place. And I was thinking, well, you know, how great would it be to be able to take something like an anime podcast setting or an anime club setting, deliver it in a podcast form for people to listen to, where we can all sit around a table together and sort of bring people into sort of like, you know, almost like a little family, like a round table family, where you can kind of sit and feel warm and cozy and talk with people that just like the things that you like. And it was a great excuse for all of us to get together every weekend and just kind of shoot the shit for a while and just talk about anime and, you know, just enjoy ourselves and be friends. And, you know, and you know, it became more complex from there. Like when we started this podcast, the equipment was so terrible. I mean,
Yeah, I wanted to ask you like what was the
God.
setup? Because
There
I know
wa-
now you got boom mic, you got a boom arm, you got mics, you got a whole like a
Dude.
drop tablet.
dude, there's like I have 12 devices plugged into this table. I mean, it's just stupid.
The podcast is on life support.
It's just yeah. But when this thing started, it was literally a laptop with a built-in microphone, and that's it. That's all it was. And
Damn.
I think if you go back and listen to episode 1, you'll be like, "Yep, that sounds like
Yeah.
a built-in microphone
Yep.
on a laptop."
Yeah, no, 100%. I have obviously after, because when I first started listening as a just a listener, I never went back to the first episode. I forgot what my first episode was, but it seemed like a podcast where there was no continuity really, so I
Yeah.
never went back. But after I became a host, I was like, let me check out like the roots of the podcast. Like, let me go find out like what that sounded like. And you can tell it's actually quite charming. And this is a thing across all podcasts that started out literally fucking 10 years ago. It's a very charming difference in quality, where right now I think, you know, we probably deliver pretty like high up there audio quality that's like pretty well mixed and everything to the listeners. But episode 1 is such an amateur recording.
Oh my God, dude. Tragic.
It's not mixed. It's like very raw. Like the room audio is as loud as the host speaking. It's very
Toilets
funny.
flushing, cats
Yeah,
crying.
it's
you
a
know,
lot. It's a
my
lot.
neighbors are fighting. You know, whatever. I think there's probably a couple episodes where my neighbors are like my downstairs neighbors back then were literally trying to kill each other. They used to like, you could like hear them throw lamps across the living room and they would like shatter, just like the craziest
Damn.
shit. It got a little better, you know. We got we started broadcasting it on the internet, like maybe around episode like 40. So we had a webcam, and we got like the blue microphone, and the blue microphone is it's fine, but it still picks up a lot of like sound from all over the room. So, and we got like the pencil condensers, and we started to go to anime cons, and we'd have people call in. Like way back in the day, we had like Terry Doty and Joel McDonald and J. Michael Tatum, and some of these people from Funimation would call in, and their audio wasn't really any better than ours, to be honest.
I mean, it's just a product of the time,
Yeah, of the time, and you just keep upgrading. And a tip that I always say to people, that people occasionally will message me, and they'll be like, "Oh, I want to start a podcast. Like, what can I like? Give me some tips." And I was thinking to myself,
Don't.
Just don't. You don't want to do it.
Don't.
It's like, first of all, don't. No, so I say like, I'm not qualified to talk about very many things, but I feel like one thing I can probably speak to is running a podcast. And one of the first things I always say is, if you're really serious about it, if you really want to do it, get all the equipment you should have from day one. Because once you have someone listening to your podcast, if they turn it off because it sounds bad, that person will never listen again. So, in hindsight, the lesson learned from all that audio tech stuff is get all the tech from the beginning. And if you're really serious about it, get it all from day one. So, but now it's like crazy. We got like an audio interface. There's 2 computers here and a tablet and 3 monitors and 2 mouses, 2 keyboards. It's just crazy. There's so much stuff. Like, I'm just bathing. I'm like just bathing in computers. It's completely nuts.
Yeah, I haven't ever actually seen a picture of the setup wherever you have been. Not even from Florida or the one now in Denver. But
I seen it.
We're about to get it now.
Yeah, post that shit because I've actually never asked because that I've never seen it. But I just picture in in No Game No Life they're set up where they have a bajillion screens.
Oh yeah,
that's just what I picture what you sit in front of. Just like 5 different screens, just wires all over the place, just like all connected to each other.
Within about 5 minutes, within about 2 minutes here, I'll have it on the Twitch, but you'll be able to see it like immediately in our little like war room on the on Discord. But there's been so many people that have come and gone on this podcast, and I can't really blame them for coming and going because I am sort of a slave driver. It is so hard to do a weekly podcast. One anime a week, and the big outline that gets done, and it's just a lot. So I mean, I always say to people, I'm like, be ready because doing a podcast is a lot of work, and you will, you're gonna have to do a lot of stuff. So it's a big time credit to you guys, first of all, for hanging in there.
to Mandi,
and having the having like
yeah.
Credit to Mandi and Mason because your boy's busy as fuck.
Having the endurance to make it all happen as I screw up the cameras on Twitch, and the ultimate testament of how even after you do this for 10 years, you can still just screw it all up, easily. And
it's okay. You turn them back on enough time to see the ferret scamper to the water bowl, so all is saved.
So my floor is gonna be nice and clean after he dumps all the water out.
Absolutely.
So I'm trying
nice
to.
And soaked.
I'm wrestling here with Twitch to bring you guys this image so you can see what this setup looks like.
Doing this for you guys, audio listeners.
There it is. So you can see it. That's most of it. That's most of what I'm using. There used to be more. There used to be 3 mics. So.
Right, because you and we can talk about this now. So the podcast and all of its hosts were primarily remote, right, from all one location for a couple iterations with the podcast, right?
So from the beginning, it was me, it was Valentine, it was Chiaki, and we were all in Orlando, Florida,
in a room together, right?
In a room, in my living room.
Mm-hmm.
And Hatake came in, and she was the 4th host for a while. Valentine left, and then Kimiko came in with Hatake, and was the 4 of us. And this podcast didn't actually go to being I don't know what the word is, but like
remote to being interstate.
Yeah, it wasn't like across the U.S. until all of you guys came along. because we're all just scattered way too far, around. We're in 4 different states, and it's no one's gonna fly across the country to do a podcast. So, so a lot of hosts have come and gone. We've had 11 hosts on the podcast. We've had the 4 of us, and we had Valentine, we had Kimiko, Hatake, Chiaki, Kazuo, Cram, and Felix. So that's 11 people. 11 people in 10 years. I'm gonna get rid of the techno babble image now of just, you can see under the table that I have like an audio conditioner or an electrical conditioner under the table to prevent like power surges and stuff. And there's 17 things plugged into that. I don't know how this is not like a fire. One of these days
Don't blow my house up, please.
Yeah, exactly.
We tempt fate every week.
We tempt fate every week in this podcast, boys.
But listen, so we did reach out to all the hosts, all the old hosts from the podcast, and we asked them if they would like to record like a memo to say hi to everybody, let you know that they're still watching anime, still healthy, that they're living their lives and having fun and doing great things. So everybody that we were able to reach out to was happy to do a little recording for us. So, and I have a little montage here that I want to play for you, and some of them go way back to like 8-9 years ago. So yeah. Not all of you are going to recognize these voices, but some of them you'll recognize from drops and stuff. Certainly you'll recognize Cram, because his voice is like epic. So I don't know how you could ever forget him. So I'm going to play this. It's about 5 minutes, and just going down memory lane a little bit.
Hello, Addicts. Cram here. If you recognize my voice, you've been listening to the show for a good long while, or you've done a pretty thorough job of digging through back episodes. But if you don't know who I am, I was a co-host on the podcast from 2012 to 2014 when Mitsuki and Chiaki lived in Japan, where we met. Since then, I have moved back to the United States and even started my own podcast that went for almost 100 episodes before unfortunately being put on permanent hiatus. I'm currently working as a producer for a local television station in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and life is good. Congratulations on 500 episodes. I hope your addiction is stronger than ever. Here's to 500 more.
Hey guys, for those of you who have already forgotten the sound of my voice, this is Kimiko. I know it has been a crazy long time, but you guys are still on my mind, and I still think the podcast is incredible. I mean, point positive, 500 episodes. Isn't that insane? Well, who knows? Maybe we'll go for another 500 then, right? And it's all thanks to you guys for listening. Seriously, you guys kept us afloat when I was on and are keeping us afloat now. What else can I even say? Goodness. I'm still watching anime, surprisingly enough. I'm all caught up on the newest season of My Hero Academy, and I just watched Given for any of you guys who are out there looking for some awesome LGBTQ representation, and I don't even really know what else to say beyond congratulations to the Anime Addicts Anonymous podcast for 500 episodes. Here's to countless more. Miss you all. Kimiko out.
What's up, Anime Addicts? This is Felix, formerly of Primetime Geek. Congratulations on 500 episodes. What a run. What an achievement. Doesn't surprise me in the least, considering how talented everybody that's been a part of that show has been. I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about everybody else. But Mitsugi asked me to record this little message, and he asked me to kind of keep it brief. If you listen to any of the handful of episodes that I was a guest on, you know I'm long-winded. That's not going to happen. I need to share this story. Back in the summer of 2010, it was that long ago, I was at Florida SuperCon down in Miami, Florida, and I'm walking around the vendor room, I'm talking to fans, I'm talking to guests, and I happened to spot a booth for another podcast. It was probably the only other podcast booth in the vendor room, because podcasting wasn't what it is now. And it was the Anime Addicts Anonymous podcast. I thought, what a great name. They were in costume, they were handing out flyers, they looked professional, and I also thought to myself, anime was a genre that I was not covering. I was doing everything else under the geek sun, but not anime. And wouldn't it be great if they wanted to collaborate? So I walked over, and I didn't know anybody on the show at the time. I walked over, I introduced myself, left a business card. A couple of days later, Mitsugi got back to me. We got the ball rolling. I was a guest on the show. You were a guest on mine. And wow, we had a blast. I could not have asked for more knowledgeable, for more personable, for more welcoming, more fun, collaborative partners that I got with you guys. And, you know, a year later, my show went off the air. We did our last episode, but amazingly enough, you guys wanted me back. You wanted to keep having me on, and that was such a wonderful, wonderful surprise. And something else I could not have foreseen is just what wonderful friends you would turn out to be. Through all of these years, we've kept in touch, we've spent time together. I miss you guys. I wish you all the success in the world. So again, congratulations, 500 episodes. If I have one gripe on all the shows that I did, including your very first Anime Oscar show, one gripe, I never got my own on-air name. So I'm going to address that right now.
Oh, gosh.
This is Felix, formerly of Primetime Geek. Just call me Ichicho. Okay, if I ever do the show again, I'm Ichicho. Congratulations on 500 episodes. Take care. We'll see you at 1,000.
You got that, buddy.
Chicho.
Hey everybody, it's Roko here. It's been a while since I talked to any of you. Some of you probably don't even know who I am. Some of you probably do from the old episodes. But I just wanted to say congratulations to Mitsuki and everybody and all the other hosts that have been involved with the Anime Addicts Anonymous podcast for the last 5 or 10 years or however long it's been since I've been around. I think it's been 500 episodes now, and that's a pretty huge deal. It's a lot to be proud of, and wanted to just say thanks to all of you for continuing to support it. Those of you that are listening, and those of you that support us on Patreon. I've been very busy working on my doctorate in grad school in infectious disease, and I've also got a kid coming around in May, so I've just been too busy to really find the time to be able to hop on and sit down and do a podcast. But I hope I can sometime soon. And happy holidays to everybody and safe travels. And once again, congratulations, you guys. It's been great. And one last time for you guys, sausages!
Let's get a sausage in the chat, please.
Yeah.
Get sausages in the
Sausage.
chat.
There it is. There it is.
S for sausage.
That's for sausage boys.
We also have Valentine, a late entry. Valentine came in right at the last minute, pulled through in the clutch. So I'm going to play one from her as well.
Hey guys, it's Devin, aka Valentine, sending love from sunny Naples, Florida, and throwing it way back to the very first episodes of this crazy podcast. Anime has been such an important part of my life, since I was barely in the double digits, and it was a gateway to so many of my favorite hobbies and interests, so many things that are important to me even now. And it was also the reason I got to go to Japan, which was one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me. I think it's amazing that this podcast has spent over a decade growing that love, and I'm so excited and happy that it's reached 500 episodes. It's incredible, and I love that I and all the hosts who followed me were able to share it with all of you. So here's to the next 500 episodes, and keep that addiction going strong. Love you!
Does anybody have a voice like Cram? I mean, God, it's like butter,
Yeah.
man. It's God.
I like to imagine that I could do that, but my God, he just does it so effortlessly. That was such a sweet little thing to listen to, man.
It was. He didn't say it on his thing, but Cram's podcast was Popcorn Poops.
Popcorn poops. That's right. Yeah.
It's like where you watch a movie like alongside the podcast, like you sync up to it, and then they like commentate on it, and it was a good time. So check it out if you want more of that voice.
That's true. Yeah, boy, I almost got choked. I got choked up a little bit during Felix.
I totally did, man. That's just
Excuse me, Ichicho. You mean?
Ichicho. Excuse me, it's Ichicho now.
Ichicho.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was the thing. I was thinking of this idea, and then someone on the Discord also said it, and it put the fire under me to bring it up to Mitch to get this thing happening, and I'm really happy that it happened. For everyone that had the time to send in a little voice memo, because that was super sweet to listen to. 10 years is a lot of time. That's a lot of time. So it's these are voices that have been archived forever in the airwaves. And it's cool that we could all share this one together, So
Yeah, not to make this about me, but like from the beginning, And I think the longer you guys spend on the podcast, you might feel the same way. But like this podcast has just brought so much to me. It got me through like some of just like brutally tough times in my life, and so many friends, and just so many great experiences going to Japan, meeting so many people. I feel like a lot of my friends and my connections, and even some family, are just connected to the podcast in some way. And I don't know, it's just wild. Like, you don't really think that something like that is going to, something like a podcast is going to bring all these different sorts of like joys to you throughout, doing it. But it really has, and you look back and it's like, Thanksgiving just happened. So like, wow, like one of the things I'm just the most thankful for is just all of you guys and all the listeners and all the hosts and everybody who's been a part of this. It's just, I don't know. You can't really foresee how something is going to impact your life when you first start something. But when you look back and you kind of reflect on it as we are at this moment, you just think like, wow, like so much more than just anime has been brought to me and the other hosts, through doing something like this. So just big thanks to everybody, tons of feels. So
tons of feels.
I have,
if we get to 1,000 episodes, I request that we get listener memos from like everybody. And just,
Yeah.
whoever
6 hours
listened for 20 years.
Wow.
They send in the memos.
6 hours of audio clips.
Oh my goodness.
God,
I
where
love
would
that.
podcasts be in 10 years?
Dude, where
Who
would the
knows?
podcast be?
Because look how much this one evolved from like just voice to like video, and now we're all over the place.
We just all hologram into everyone's VR set.
Yeah.
Oh my
shit.
gosh, we're gonna have VR podcasts.
Every listener has
Yeah.
a VR set, and they sit at a table
Oh my
with four
God.
empty chairs, and then we zip in.
And we have the what are they called, the haptic gloves, where we can all touch
Yes,
each other.
we can like
It
high
just
five
turns
and
into a
shit.
big orgy.
We can pass each other notes, like virtual
Just
paper.
Just kidding.
Some Chibi Rob in the chat, VR ferrets.
VR ferret.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we
Pet
go.
Mandy's ferret.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my ferret just a little while ago.
Yeah. So yeah, who the heck knows? I mean,
He is
the
our
heck knows?
5th host.
Yeah, I mean, Mitz has the perspective of 10 years, but I think, even before me, Mandy, and Mason were hosts, it is the podcast that was the vehicle that brought us all together, because we ended up on that Japan trip. Not by chance, really, because it was up to you and Chiaki, Kazuo, and Kimiko to pick us. It didn't have to be us, but it was us.
Well, we picked the most awesome people out of the group. You know what I mean?
Man, you all made a mistake.
After that,
Low bar.
low bar. But that is the power of a medium like a podcast that is accessible to pretty much everyone, especially when it's about something that is as passion worthy as anime. I think this podcast, and I'm speaking from a fan perspective, not as a host, but like this one's pretty important. It's very long standing. It has a legacy, and I just really want to see it grow more. So, cheers to another 500 from me.
I'm excited for the next podcast trip to Japan, because I mean, we saw how many great people we all made so many great friends from the last trip, and now I'm thinking, wow, like how great it would be to make another, dozen awesome friends. You know what I mean?
I thought you were going to say how great it would be to dump the current roster and pick up 3 new hosts.
Fresh meat.
So yeah, and that's still being planned. I think now we're thinking spring of 2021. So is so we can do cherry blossoms and whatnot. So that is in the future. So, well, guys, have we reminisced enough? Have we? Is there anything else to be said?
I don't know. I've been here for such a short amount of time. I don't know what to say.
I mean, it's been like 2 years, hasn't it?
Oh my God, it's been 2 years?
Mandy, it's been for you.
It's been a while now.
I started this.
Doesn't feel like it.
The end of December will be 2 years for me, which means like at least a year and a half for you.
Time just flies
Yeah,
so
I think
fast.
March, actually. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, time is crazy. Like I don't even 2 years ago, I don't even think I was fully the same person as I am now. Same morals and stuff. It's things you just grow up. Even you just grow up. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have back pain, so that comes as well.
Poor icy Rose in the chat, who is who hasn't been a host on the podcast, but it kind of feels like one anyway. Poor Icy Rose says that, we all went to Japan and missed a certain rosy individual without meeting up.
No.
I feel,
Yeah,
well, next time.
Yeah, he was at Japan the same time. We just never met up with him, I think.
Next time. We'll figure it out for sure. So, well, you know what? Since Enzo's here, we haven't done this segment in a while.
Thingy? We're going to do the thing?
I mean, do you want to have some
Are we
more...
doing the thing?
You want to have some more good feelings?
Oh my god. Do the
Send
thing.
it.
Do the thing.
皆さん、おめでとうございます。Join us in Enzo Senpai's Notice Me Corner.
I did the thing.
It's been a minute. So, all right, guys. Thank you for being here again for our 500th episode. This is Enzo Senpai's Notice Me Corner, where you can write in to let me know and the rest of my hosts know about stuff that you've been working on or accomplished so that we can shout you out, because truly, as you guys can tell, we fucking love you. So this one comes in from Jeremiah. Oh no, I read this yesterday and I teared the fudge up. But all right, this was from Jeremiah. I have been watching anime for about a year now, thanks to my little brothers, and it has brought us and our older sister closer together. In our search for more anime-related content, we found this podcast, and it has made our anime addiction worse, way worse. One example: when we heard of Kids on the Slope, we binged that show in one sitting, and it was just amazing. I first want to shout out one of my younger brothers for graduating high school and getting into college. I hope you make loads of friends there. Next is my older sister for getting into her first relationship in a long time. It is so great to see her happy with somebody again. Lastly, I just graduated from college with a degree in nuclear engineering and got a great job in Washington. We are from Wisconsin, and I hear they don't drink nearly as much smoke as we do, and that is kind of troubling. Love you, fam, and thank you, AAA host, for an amazing show that has brought us closer together, even though we are further apart.
Aww.
Lots of hugs and cheese. Cheese. Jeremiah, my dude. I am such a sucker for family-oriented things. The fact that you were saying this podcast brought, not only did we succeed in our evil mission of making your anime addiction worse, because we gotcha, but it brought your family closer together, and I don't think there's any sweeter thing I could be a part of than that. So, congratulations for closer familial bonds. And congratulations to you for graduating college and getting that sick job, my guy. You know how many people want that shit? Jeremiah, my dude. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Can I just say, I'm 99.9% sure that Jeremiah is way smarter than me. Like nuclear engineering? What is?
And a job in Washington.
Yeah.
What?
He's basically in the CIA. Come on.
What? I don't even know what kind of classes you would take to get a degree in nuclear engineering.
Yeah.
I literally have no idea. What physics?
neither.
I guess probably physics is in there somewhere.
All I know is
mainly chemistry, but yeah,
It sounds
all I know is
really
I'm
difficult.
impressed as heck. So,
Me too.
dude, whatever you're doing today, whether you're commuting, whether you're writing something, whether you're working out, thanks for listening. And for everyone else that wants to write into Enzo Senpai's Notice Me Corner so that I can shout you out because I love you, go to aapodcast.com. And there's a link at the top that says mailbags and more. Hit the link. There's a drop down somewhere in there that gives you the option to write into this segment. Click that, write your message, and we will read it as long as I'm on the show, which I'm really sorry about not being on the show for a couple months.
This segment is not dead, people. It's not dead.
This segment is not dead. It lives on when I'm on. The host, I've told the host they could read them, but they respectfully think it's only right if I do. So which is pretty sweet of them. So yeah, write in. Let me read you. Let me love you. Okay. We did the thing. The thing has been accomplished.
All right.
Well, you know what else people can accomplish by going to our website?
Oh my God, let them know.
They can participate in the weekly trivia where we post a picture and you try to name what anime or show it's from. The answer this week, going on with the good vibes, is My Neighbor Totoro.
Oh yeah.
And the winner for the week is Corny Mystic.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So we're keeping with the trend, the theme of anime friends and family. So go over to the website and check it out. But additionally, we have this super special in-show weekly trivia question, which means nothing and is for no points at all. But, you can still prove that you're a smart lad.
Bragging rights.
So, if you're listening actually real close, you'll actually already know the answer. But the question is, How many hosts have been on the AAA podcast since the beginning? Count them up, use all your fingers and toes, and we'll let you know when we return.
Family Feud coming up, and a secret guest host in Mandy's Manga Minute, so don't go anywhere.
Heck yeah.
Hey everybody, Mitsuki is here, and I'm bringing you your first round of anime news. Getting us started off, everybody's recent favorite sports anime, Haikyuu, is going to have its 4th season come out, and according to the website for the 4th season of the anime, it is going to be split into 2 parts, with the first one beginning on January 11th on MBS and TBS, Super Animeism programming block in Japan, and then the second core is going to be happening in July 2020, way over in the summer season. So get excited if you're a fan of Haikyuu. You're going to be watching it all through 2020, which has got to be better than the alternative, which would be just a 1-core delivery of the anime season. Next up, since we are at the end of the year, we have some manga sales. We have the top-rated light novel and manga rankings for 2019, with the top 3 mangas and by sales. Kingdom coming in with 7.6 million copies sold in Japan. One Piece at number 2 with 10.1 million copies sold, dethroned only by Demon Slayer, obviously very popular in Japan, with 12 million copies sold. For now, One Piece not the king of manga in Japan. That belongs to Demon Slayer, and we'll have to see how that shapes up next year. As for light novels, much smaller amount of copies sold. Sword Art Online with 600,000 copies sold. The Tenki no Koul, or Child of Weather, with 634,000 copies sold, and Tenchi Shitara Slime Data Ken, or at that time I was reincarnated as a slime, with 880,000 copies sold. Next up, people get excited if you're traveling to Japan, and then the Nintendo Tokyo store has opened in Shibuya Parko. It's opened on the 6th floor of the shopping complex. They sell approximately 1,000 different items from across the Nintendo franchises, including licensed goods from Super Mario Bros., Legend of Zelda, Splatoon, Animal Crossing, and others. There's some pretty fantastic photos online with life-size figures of Link and other very popular characters from the game franchises that Nintendo controls. Lots of pretty cool signage, Pokemon everywhere, Kirby, Yoshi, Smash Brothers, old and new games all represented. So if you're in Japan, head over to the Tokyo Nintendo store and check out some cool stuff. You'll probably find at least a few things that you'll want to be buying. And rounding us out, it looks like there's even more DLC coming to Dragon Ball FighterZ, the very popular fighting game that came out a few years ago by Bandai Namco. It looks like they're going to be releasing Broly. Dragon Ball Super Broly from the movie is going to be coming into the game on December 5th. So you'll be able to get him as DLC, and it'll be pretty awesome to add him to the growing ranks of the fighters in the Dragon Ball FighterZ video game universe. This was Mitsuki, and this was your anime news break. Now, let's get back to the podcast. Guys, the Anime Addicts Anonymous podcast is always committed to improving your listening experience, and now we're happy to offer you a members-only RSS feed that will allow members on our website to access our hobby addicts, our hentai episodes, and our after parties, all from your favorite mobile apps that you use already to listen to podcasts. These include the Apple Podcast app, Pocket Casts, Podcast Addict, Overcast FM, Downcast, and so much more. Head over to our website, aaapodcast.com. Become a member, support the podcast, and we will be giving you the best listening experience that we can offer you with all of our exclusive content.
この番組は JList.com の提供でお送りします。
guys, we're back. So before we went on break, we had a trivia question for you. And my question was, how many hosts have been on the AA podcast since the start? The answer is 11, if you were paying attention earlier. They were in order: Mitsuki, Chiaki, Valentine, Kimiko, Hatake, Felix, aka Ichigo, Cram, Kazuo, Enzo, Mandi, and Jason. Mason.
Actually, it's 10 because Enzo and I are the same person.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what?
That's only a real addict would have answered.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Actually 9, because I'm actually just 3 ferrets in a suit.
Wait, would that increase the number? Or decrease
Yeah, we're
the
going,
number?
we're going back to 12.
It would increase the number. Bird A, B, and C, dude.
Thing 1, thing 2, thing 3.
That's how you read, like, and watch everything so quickly. You just split up.
Totally. You know what's
One
really hard?
plays games, one watches anime, and one reads manga.
Wow, that
Exactly.
actually makes so much sense.
Oh my goodness.
You know what's really hard to count? Actually,
The amount of manga in my collection.
the amount of manga in Mandy's collection. And I say that because why, man?
And now, let's take a minute for the Manga Minute with Mandi.
I can't tell you all of the manga in my collection, but I can take a minute to tell you about one of them. So, this is Mandy's Manga Minute, where I take a minute to tell you about a manga, find something new to read. And this one is Combatant Will Be Dispatched, and this is sponsored by Bookwalker. The secret society Kisaragi has one mission: world domination. They claim to be an evil organization, but their scientists is eccentric, their hot female generals wear little clothing, and they're surprisingly concerned about the fate of the world. Number 6 is a combatant for Kisaragi, meaning his body has been reconstructed to be stronger and obey the orders of the general. His latest mission? to recon on an unknown alien planet with his new partner, the deadpan android Alice. There he meets a busty female knight riding a unicorn. Thus begins their hilarious invasion of a magical fantasy world. My mouth got super dry in the middle of that. Blah. Combatants Will Be Dispatched is a comedy fantasy manga written by Natsume Atsuki. I can't say his last name, but it's the author of Konosuba. And it's illustrated by Kiyasa. It is still currently publishing, with 1 volume currently available in English. There's also a light novel series by the same name. Combatants Will Be Dispatched starts the manga off as a group of isekai, although it's not entirely clear if the world the main characters are sent to is part of the same universe or not. So Kisaragi is part of a secret organization that does evil deeds, and all the members acquire points for every evil deed they perform and can use these points to earn items. And this organization learns of a new world and desires to capture it and conquer it. And so they use a machine to send Kisaragi to this fantasy world in the hopes that he will conquer it. And if you have seen Konosuba, then you can probably guess how this goes down. This manga is filled with parodies and presents a lot of crazy ideas. If you enjoyed the comedy in Konosuba, then you'll probably like the comedy in this one as well. It's operating on similar jokes, scantily clad women, sexual antics, heavy emphasis on snappy dialogue exchanges, and the main character, of course, making some very stupid mistakes. But like changing the password to a very powerful artifact to a cock carnival.
He just changed the password?
And he changed the password, and now
to a what?
all the priests who need to pray there need to repeat that. It's so dumb.
Need to repeat cock carnival.
Yeah.
What is a...
It's very silly, but definitely for fans of Konosuba. If you like that.
Sausages!
So yeah, this was sponsored by Bookwalker, and if you go over to global.bookwalker.jp and sign up and with a brand new account and use the promo code AAPOD, you can get 600 yen off this one. They have loads of other manga and light novels, and you can use the code on anything in the store. So do that, and they have some really great stuff.
Do
It's
the
all
thing.
digital.
Just do that thing.
Just do that thing.
Do that thing.
Buy that book. You know what I'm saying?
All right, guys. Well, thank you for that, Mandy.
Is it
And
time?
Thank you for
This
your
is the time.
Thank you for your
Good time,
for your cock carnival, which
You're welcome.
I don't know what that means.
I've got it. Or
Oh, there it
That's
is.
what that means.
There's the glowing penis of
talk about cock carnivals.
yeah.
Talk about cock carnival.
Hisoka and his glowing crotch. All right, so we have never yet used two scenes yet on OBS, and I'm going to transfer this scene right now, and simultaneously we are going to be playing a game of Family Feud. Let's get this thing rolling. It's time to play Family Feud. Give it up for Kazuo! Kazuo in the house, baby!
How's it going?
I was expecting more air horns.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us for Family Feud. And of course, we have first on the left side of the screen here, actually they're kind of mismatched, we have the manliest duo that has ever been graced the face of the earth. So much facial hair. We have Enzo and Kazuo! And of course, the chat on Twitch was discussing whether or not Kazuo had abandoned us today. Well, joke's on you.
He said no.
Yeah, there's someone said have faith in Kazuo. Have faith.
Well, let's not get carried away now.
Yeah, that's a lot. Faith is a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And then we have the the powerhouse of anime knowledge that they are. We have Mandi and Mason, the M&Ms. So it's
Team JoJo. Team JoJo.
Team JoJo, okay. Self-proclaimed Team JoJo here.
Yeah.
And we're going to be playing some Family Feud here, guys. And you know what? Big, huge, actually just massive thanks to Icy Rose right off the bat, because so much work went into this. And he took the initiative to get it rolling. And I have been through all the questions, and I can confirm that this is going to be a lot of fun. And also, big thanks to everybody who took the surveys to make it possible. If you don't know how Family Feud works, you ask a question, and 100 people, ideally 100 people, will answer the question. And so without those people answering the question, you have no game to play. So thank you so much for everybody that joined in to make this possible. And I think that if it's a lot of fun, we may do it again. So, and my suspicion is that it will be a lot of fun. So the rules of engagement here, guys, are that there are 2 games we're going to play, which have 4 questions each, and each question has 5 answers. So you ask a question, and each question has 5 answers of the people that took the survey. So there's a total of 8 questions. You're going to get points for each round. The way that it'll work is that we will take turns. The teams will take turns taking their first stab at the question, and if they can't get all 5 of the answers to the question correct, the other team gets a single chance to steal all the points from the round by guessing a remaining unanswered question. So it's just like Family Feud if you've watched it on TV. If the team that's guessing initially has 3 strikes to get all 5 answers. So, any questions before we get started with this?
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't paying attention to anything you just said, but let's go.
Yeah.
That's our Kazuo.
I do have a question. Is there like a website I have to be on for this at all, or like?
That's a good question.
Just
Yeah,
walk
how
out.
do you actually play?
You don't have to. I'm going to read off a question, and you two, like let's just say Kazuo and Enzo, you guys will collaborate and give a single answer to the question. I will then reveal if you got one of them correct, and you'll be able to see it on Twitch. And if you can get them all correct within 5 without getting 3 strikes, you will sweep the points. Otherwise, Mandi and Mason will have an opportunity to steal your points from you. So you don't have to be on any website. All you have to do is listen to the question and then use your brain. So
you're saying that me and Kazuo have to work together.
That's right.
To beat the Mandi And the Mason?
A Mason.
A Mason.
Kazuo,
Lovely
Look,
Mason.
we got this, right?
Enzo,
Right?
look, okay.
Right?
First off, they
Right?
may know a lot more than both of us combined about anime.
Individually.
But we have something they don't have.
What is that, my guy?
Completely blind self-confidence.
Unsubstantiated
Yes.
self-confidence.
We can absolutely do this.
We got this.
The answers to these things aren't objective facts. These are what the people want, and I can't think of any better representatives of the people than you two.
That's
So you might tap into that knowledge line. So
Yeah,
These two boys from the Bronx. Our team name is Boys from the Bronx, by the way.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
go with that.
Yeah.
Or
So,
BB.
What is our team name? We
can
said Mama. For like JoJo, I said Mama.
Mama.
Team Mama.
Kazuo, I'm not losing to Mama, dude. That's
Nah,
like
dude.
the last thing I'm doing.
It's not gonna happen.
all right. So we got Team Boys from the Bronx.
We're dumb boys.
And then we have Team JoJo, aka the
Mama.
That's right.
You know what, Enzo? I think we messed up. We should have been just team Yer.
Yo, okay, actually, can we just be team Yer?
Just YEEERR.
I was gonna want to see him spell it.
Okay. Team Ur. They put an audible. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Done.
So I'm gonna give. There's really no advantage to going first since there's an even number of questions, but we're gonna give. The odds makers have weighed in and they have decided that Mandi and Mason are they're a minus 200 favorite. So we're gonna let Cosmo and Enzo go first here.
We're minus 200 favorite.
That's right.
Yeah, that works out, right, Kazuo?
Someone said, "Don't
Yeah,
worry,
that makes-
Enzo. You're facing off against Mason and 3 ferrets in an overcoat."
Yeah.
All right. So the first question
the
here, guys.
cannon.
100 people surveyed.
Okay.
Questions are on the board. Round 1. What is a popular setting for an anime? Now, don't be too hasty. You guys collaborate here. There are 5 total answers. What is a popular setting for an anime?
I mean, Enzo, I feel like school, right?
Yeah, that's the first one. Should we say like a school?
A school?
Yes.
Yes, a school.
School is the number 1 answer on the board with 64 points. Ooh. Wow, this is a hot start.
All right.
Coming in hot. We're coming in hot from the Bronx. We don't come in no other fucking way.
Team, your. We don't know how many E's it has. We're working on that.
Let me guess. Your next guess is going to be a bodega.
A bodega.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have Yankee Stadium? Do we have
Stadium, bodega, Titi's house?
Good answer.
All right. We got school. What about like a kingdom, like a fantasy world?
Yeah. Like, well, would fantasy world be? Is that narrow enough of an answer? Or do we have to be like more specific? I feel like fantasy world. That makes
Fantasy
sense.
world, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You get isekai away into a fantasy world.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
All right.
Show me fantasy world. Number 4 with 4 points.
Let's get it, my guy.
Okay.
All right. Listen.
All right.
They're on fire. Team Ur has never felt more confident for no reason.
We out here. We out here.
We got this. Yeah, we watch anime, right, Kazuo? Yeah.
I've seen a few.
Yeah, we've seen a couple.
I'm gonna try not to give really any clues. Some of these questions are tough, and some of them aren't, and some of the answers are obvious, and some of them aren't. So, but I'm gonna try to be fair, level playing field, and not give too many clues one way or the other. Okay.
Gotcha. I'm wondering if like a video game.
I was thinking like a city.
Just a city?
Like a city, like. Oh wait, hold on. What is I would hate if an answer was Japan. I would.
I mean, that is where most of these take place.
I feel like we have to say that to cover our ass.
This is a lot of fun already.
Right?
Yes, it's gotta be.
So
Japan.
someone has to have said Japan, right?
For sure.
Right? Yeah.
I'm with you.
All right,
Japan.
All right, show me Japan from Team U. Another 4 points. The fifth answer off the board is taken.
Okay.
That's like for those of you that don't know, that's like sinking the Pinto in Battleship. So the little guy's taking the pegs out. He's putting it in different parts of the board, but you still managed to hit it.
Okay.
Answers
Alright, so
2
we got
and
2
3
left.
on the answers 2 and 3 still on the board.
Oh my god.
I'm just
So
gonna
we're
say
getting,
this
like-
now. Listeners, get comfy. This is gonna be a long.
We're gonna be here for a while.
Oh my god. Should we instill like a timer on us?
Would you like me to?
we
would
can
you
do
like me to
we
do
can do a
that?
self-imposed one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
I'll do
We're-
it.
Okay.
I'll do it. I'll do it on my end.
Okay.
Honestly, I feel like a video game world is
video
like,
game world?
We've got fantasy world. I feel like video or in a video game.
Oh my god.
Right?
I mean, listen.
Because he
Yeah.
says fantasy world non-isekai, so like, what does that mean?
True.
What does that mean? I don't know.
Fuck it. Do it. Say it. Do it.
All right, video game world.
Video game.
Show me video game world.
Oh,
Okay. We got 2
Sorry.
more chances.
Nope.
Right?
That's where you're wrong, buddy.
Just so you guys know, just so you know, I'm giving you
Ooh.
I'm giving you 30 seconds per attempt.
Okay, no problem. How about space? How do we feel about space?
I feel like space and city are what's left.
Okay.
City?
So let's go city.
Let's
All
go
right.
with city.
In a metropolitan area.
All their hopes and dreams. Show me city.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
that
All
one's
right.
not on the board. I don't know
All
what I
right.
don't know what these surveying people are thinking.
Oh my god.
right.
Oh my god.
So much pressure.
it's gotta be.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's gotta be space, right?
I mean, it kind of has to be space.
Think
Like,
about all the
think
different
about like
Gundams.
Legend like the Heroes, Gundam.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do El Espacio. Space.
space.
He's so
Space.
fancy. He gives it in Spanish. Show me el espacio. Answer number 3 with 6 points.
Okay.
Let's get
All
it. Yo, we coming for the bag. We coming
Just
for the
just so you guys know, for those of you at home that can't do math, there are 22 answers left on the board for this second spot. Assuming
So
that
22 people.
there were 100 respondents. I'm not sure. There could be a little more or less than that.
Okay.
What is the second most common place to have an anime?
So
Take
we got
place.
school. Okay, we got school. We got space. We got Nihon, which is Japan.
You know what's throwing me off is that he put fantasy world and then parentheses non-isekai.
Right.
So what
do
does that
we-
even mean?
Do we say like an isekai world?
I mean, yeah, right?
5 seconds.
Like, we have to think about the fans. I think they would say an isekai world.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right.
Is
An
that false
isekai
confidence?
world. Yeah, this is that blind confidence from the Bronx here.
What is your answer? Your time's up.
An isekai,
Isekai world.
Show me isekai for all the points. Otherwise, Team JoJo gonna come in like
Mama.
a Team Mama gonna come in like a hawk and take the points. Show me isekai. The remaining 12 respondents
I
have.
had beach already. I was gonna say beach.
So
I
just
was
so,
gonna say beach or Sengoku period or like a
Nice.
sports like stadium or
Like
setting.
a stadium. Yeah, stadium cross. I thought like an arena crossed my mind too.
just so you guys,
Shit, dude.
just so you guys know, the team names at the bottom do not represent your current team names, but Kazuo and Enzo are Team AAA hosts, and
Oh, okay.
as was originally thought the game would be, Team Mama is actually AAA listeners on the Twitch.
Team Joe Mama.
Just so you know.
Joe Mama. Jojo Mama.
All right, so
Joe Mama.
Maybe
current-
stop it.
the current score being 90-0 after one question.
That's right.
Oh,
Let's move on to the next question here.
Cause we getting the dub, my guy.
100 respondents, 100 respondents weighed in, and the question being, name a type of dere.
Oh,
We
man.
know that there's plenty of deres.
Obviously, we have to go with tsundere first.
Oh, is it our turn?
It is.
I assume so.
Okay.
Okay, I was like, we're gonna get that.
I mean, we were gonna. Yeah.
Let's go tsundere.
Tsundere.
Tsundere, Team Mama coming in on their first attempt. Tsundere with 38 points, the number one selected answer
Good answer. Good
off
answer.
the board right away.
Correct.
As we know, there's
Yandere.
a shitload of deres though, so we got ways to go here.
Yeah.
Yandere.
Yep.
Yandere, show me potato salad. Yandere coming
I
off the
want to
board
say
number
that so
2.
bad.
Number 2 off the board already. Number 1 and 2. They're just cleaning house here real quick.
See, we like to work
Ooh,
backwards, you know.
Right.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get
We know what we're
bonus
doing.
points for that, but you do get style points.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And listen, if there's anything me and Cos were about, style.
You said Kudere?
Kudere.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Ooh, good.
Kudere, show me Kudere. Number 3 off the board, 15 more
Damn.
points for
Let's go,
Team Mama, going right down in order down the
go-
board here.
Dere?
Dere dere. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay.
You going with Dede Dede?
Dere?
Show
To
me
go
de-
with Jojo and Mama.
Show me Dede Dede derp. Number 5 off the board, right off the
This
bat.
isn't a speed
Nice.
competition. You guys know this, right?
Yeah, guys, relax.
Like, you know,
Gotta
you
go
don't got
fast.
you don't gotta flex like this. You know?
But there's one more left. There's one more Dede on the board. Number 4 of the 5. So this is like trying to get the that second largest ship in Battleship, whatever the hell that is.
Isn't there a
Submarine.
Dere?
There's Nyan Dere is like a cat girl, and then I think there's
Nyan?
also Baka Dere.
How many
like a
Dedes
stupid-
are there?
So there's Nyandere.
There's a lot.
5 seconds, guys.
Bakadere, and Dandere. What do we want to go with first?
You gotta request your
Let's try Baka. Baka Dere.
Baka Dede. For all the points off the board, show me Baka Dede.
No,
That
my
one's not
cat's
there.
saying Nyan
Okay.
Dere. Do we want to try that one?
We still in it.
Sure. Trust the cat.
All right, we're gonna go with the
just the nickel.
cat-like instincts here. Let's see Nyan Dede. So sorry, not on the board.
All right,
Oh boy.
I want to go Dandere, but
Don.
I'll leave you to think.
I don't know.
Don?
I don't know what
I don't
any of
know
these are.
What was it, Don Dere?
I think it was like a Yandere like version.
I think there's also a bow. I don't know which one.
Let's just throw out all the ones we know, because then they'll just. guess
15
one of
seconds, guys. 15 seconds.
those. I'm gonna go.
All right.
I think Dandere.
Don Dere.
All right, all their hopes and dreams. Show me Don Dede.
Oh, fuck, man.
Nice.
Damn it.
All right.
Tied up.
Good job, Mason.
I mean, you know, we weren't gonna get that one, Cos.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not.
I mean, I was just gonna go with whichever one they didn't pick. So like,
Right.
For those of you at home, the score is 90-92 in favor of Team Mama, aka Team
Wait, how did-
JoJo,
I think
aka
92.
more respondents on the second question.
Damn.
AKA
Messed up.
Team Glowing Fleshlight.
Whoa. Don't
Hey.
let me-
Team Bungee Gum.
Team Bungee Gum out of his balls. It's Hisoka. All right, guys. 100 respondents weighed in on this third question for Team Year.
The
question-
It sounds like you're dying when you say that, dude.
100 respondents. Name a historical or mythological figure portrayed in the Fate franchise.
Oh.
Oh.
Good job, guys. Good luck.
Okay.
Yikes.
We got King
Joan of
Arthur.
Arc. Oh
What?
yeah, sure.
King
Joan
Arthur.
of Arc, right? And King Arthur. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
One answer at a time,
we'll go-
please.
King Arthur.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
All
With
right, they're going King Arthur. Show me King Arthur. Number 1 on the board, 36 points. King Arthur, the most common
got,
respondent,
Gilgamesh.
which is
that.
Saber, by the
100%
way.
Gilgamesh. Yeah.
Yep. Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh, show me Gilgamesh. There he is, number 2 on the board, 14 points.
Oh my God.
This one clearly having fewer respondents than the prior questions.
Arthur. Oh, we said Arthur. Duh.
Yeah,
Jesus.
we got Arthur.
I'm dumb. I'm thinking. I'm picturing the characters in my head and like going through their names.
Oh
Did-
no, this is so hard for no reason.
There's got to be at least 20 of them.
Jesus. I know.
Is Hercules one?
I don't know.
The berserk dude. Is that Hercules?
The Berserk dude.
The Berserk dude.
The berserker. Yeah, the berserker. He's not. His name's not Berserker. I think. Is he Hercules? I forget. Fuck.
Guts.
It's worth a guess.
Hercules. Shit.
Hercules?
Yeah.
They don't feel real confident, people. They're like, Hercules. Now show me Hercules. The last answer, 4 points.
Isn't
Hercules
Joan of
or,
Arc in the show?
or Heracles.
I think so.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
seems right.
we have guesses, and I think you're right when you said it also.
Okay. Let's go with Joan of Arc.
Yeah, Joan of Arc.
All right. Team Yurt wants Joan of Arc. Let's see it.
Woo.
12
man.
points.
All right.
One answer
All right.
remaining. These people are good at this
Excellent.
game.
Excellent.
Will anybody steal any points today?
The
I
thing is,
wonder.
like, I forget Lance Dude's thing, man. And then I forget Ryder from Unlimited,
Yeah.
from Zero.
He was like some Persian.
He was like a
guy, right?
conqueror, like
Yo.
something
Alexander.
I think so.
Alexander the Great, right?
I think so.
All right, let's go Alexander.
Alexander.
They're feeling pretty good. They want to conquer this game the way Alexander the Great conquered the
New
wherever
World.
part of Europe and Middle East maybe. Show me Alexander the Great.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Let's get this bag.
I was dying because someone in chat said Gandhi.
Gandhi.
That's awesome.
Gandhi is the villain of the Fate series.
That would be the worst.
All right, guys. After
What,
3,
imagine Gandhi being a villain, you just don't get any plot.
It's like the video game where you can like lower his like aggression value to the negatives, which raise it to max.
There's no plot when Gandhi's the villain.
I do believe, by the way, that the Alexander the Great is Ryder from Fate. So
Yeah,
as prominently
he's my favorite hero of all of Fate.
as prominently displayed in Fate Zero. All right,
Yes.
question
Now,
4.
I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist here, but I'm
Okay.
noticing that our rounds tend to have a total of less points. Is anybody else noticing that?
Speak your mind, brother. Speak your
I'm
mind.
just saying. I saw a
Yeah.
77 on that last one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not aware of the number of points that each round contains.
I'm just, All right.
All right.
We'll see. I'm keeping an eye on you. is
People
what
don't
I'm saying.
forget.
All right, just keeping an eye on me. I'm on notice. All right, guys, possibly 100 respondents weighed in for to generate these five answers. This being for Team Mama. Name a method of getting sent to an isekai. We all know that
One of these is
people
easy.
are.
Do you want to do the honors?
Yeah,
Oh, these are good.
Truck-kun.
Absolutely.
Truck-kun with 57 points.
Wasn't that like the number one way a character dies in anime is getting hit by a car?
A fucking truck.
The guy in the slime show was stabbed by a knife.
I mean, I feel like death.
There's
in
a lot of
general
these.
Could be
There's
like a long-term backup one.
There's dozens of these answers.
It's how they get sent to an isekai.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, are we doing like trapped in a video game, like mid-playing kind of thing? I would think that's a common one. So, I would say their avatar is trapped.
Sucked
mid-game.
into a game.
Yeah, I'm going with that. However, I needed to have worded that to be correct. That's what I'm saying.
Sucked into a video game.
Show me sucked into a video game, trapped in a game, whatever.
You know what I'm saying.
With 11 answers, 11 people responded, trapped in a game, which is answer
they're already
3.
at 68, Kazuo.
I know. Interesting. Real interesting.
I think we should say stabbed by a knife.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any like more general like
Murder.
murdered. Do it.
Straight death.
Stabbed.
He dead though. Yeah, we can do stabbed.
All right, show me stabbed.
Oh.
Five respondents
book,
at the bottom of the board.
Because Fushigi and Shield Hero.
Well, we could do book, and we can also do just randomly summoned by the like god or goddess of that world.
Let's do both. Let's do book first. Book.
Book from a book.
Really?
I mean, you're right, but people it just depends what people say, right?
Just goes to show people don't read.
People don't
No,
read.
right? You just want to do summoned?
Let's just do summoned because they're the chosen one or something.
Show me. Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, summoned by
Summoned.
a higher power or something.
Show me summoned because they're the chosen one or something.
I like all these really vague hand wavy answers I'm getting.
Summoned by
Hey,
Otherworld
nice.
with 6 points.
What
Holy
else is
shit.
there?
Oh my god, this is hard
Struggling.
as fuck.
I've got one idea, and I hope
I
they
have
don't
one
take it.
idea also.
Yeah, you guys should be thinking because you have one chance to
we
steal.
thinking.
We think.
We thinking.
I'm trying to think like some sort of like portal, either going through like a TV or
15 seconds.
discovered like
This ain't Persona.
yeah. That's literally what I was thinking of. I'm just trying to think of the way to phrase that. Or they summon themselves like they do like a demonic gate or something.
There's also, oh crap. I don't know what to say.
Let's do.
Time's up, guys.
Wait.
Let's do. They make their own portal to go through. They summon themselves there.
Show me they make their own portal.
Oh my god, no
Ooh.
pressure.
I can't
No
believe.
pressure.
Train. Because
Yeah, I was gonna say
Rania.
train, or like jumping off the building. Let's do train. If you
Wait,
Train.
jumping off the what?
Oh, no,
is
no,
it?
wait.
Jumping
Would
off like a
Sword Art
building.
Online be one? Because
that's like going through the game. I would say.
okay.
I would think.
Never mind
What was
I
the
don't know
answer?
if we can like differentiate vehicles.
You
I would
want to
say,
try
like,
train?
I feel like maybe a blanket of like suicide or something, but I feel like that's not as common.
Time's up, guys.
You can go with train.
Let's try train.
I'm putting this on you though.
You're saying run. This is this.
That's not fair.
Oh,
You're
man.
saying this is run over by a train and
Wait,
killed,
wait.
like an
Killed by
AKA.
bookshelf. Killed by bookshelf.
Wait, the time is up.
Yeah, we got to go with the train.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Train,
All right,
fine.
this is run over by a train and killed. Is that what? As opposed to a truck?
Yeah.
Show me run over by a train. Incorrect.
All right.
Boy.
Okay.
Big oof.
Now Team
Okay.
Kazuo. Sorry. Team Yurt.
Yeet. All right.
Yurt.
Okay, Enzo.
I'm gonna give you
My
one. I'm gonna
idea.
give you 1 minute here because you're stealing.
Okay, sure.
All right, we might have the same idea. I don't know.
3, 2, 1. Fun to a
Well.
Oh, dude, let's go.
Oh, wow. Which one's
wow.
that?
Oh, well.
Gotcha.
Inuyasha, my dude.
Oh.
I mean, listen, they can only be fate that we both had the idea.
Yes.
Well. And
Yes, I'm
Inuyasha's really popular, and the people have seen Inuyasha for
Do we need to become for best friends? Yep. You want to do karate in the garage?
We did. Me and Kazuo went
You
to
want to
that
go
in
fall down a
Japan.
well?
Look,
wanna-
look,
you wanna
like,
go down the
look.
fucking
First
well?
off, I want to say, like, true kids from the Bronx, the only way we're gonna win is if we steal.
And we stealing this.
Oh my god.
And we stealing
the
this
only
right now.
way.
So beautiful.
We stay true to our hometown.
Yeah.
All right. Are we doing it?
Yeah, I like your shoes, guys. What size are they?
What size
run
is
those
they?
shoes up.
What
Run those shoes
size?
back.
What size is they?
All right.
Oh god.
Our answer.
Yeah, you're out of time. What is your answer?
Falling through a well. Yeah.
Show me to steal the points from Team
Whatever.
Mama, aka Team Glowing Penis.
I got the
Falling
motor
down a
already.
well.
Oh, come on.
Was
Damn
bookshelf
it.
one?
What was it? Do we get to know or no?
You do. I'll tell you. I had to give the points to Team Mama. The remaining answer: death and reincarnated.
Oh my god. Mason's long-term answer. Oh my god.
Wow.
I thought it was just murdered.
Wow. Okay.
Reincarnation.
I guess
That's, you know what?
reincarnation.
Reincarnated. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because you could die naturally and then get.
Guys,
Yeah.
the game is so close right now. The points on the board are not correct now.
Damn it.
But
Oh, boy.
but the score right now is, as I'll move back to this other screen for you so you can see it. Score is 167 for Team Yurt to 171 for Team AAA for Team Mama. So very close game here.
Joe Mama.
Almost dead even here. Going into the fifth round of this game. This game's fun as hell. By the way.
I'm just gonna say though that Team Year has 2 full rounds completed.
True.
and The other team has 1 3/4 round completed.
We tried to give you a chance, and you squandered it.
I'm just saying.
Oh, we're gonna have a family brawl here. Security. All right.
Insert music
100.
impression of Steve Harvey frowning at the camera.
Possibly 100 respondents weighed in here. To give you the question, name a popular anime mascot.
Oh shit.
Okay, Totoro, right?
Totoro.
Yeah.
100%.
You're going to throw out Totoro? Totoro. That's your first answer?
Totoro.
Yes, sir.
You're sure about that?
100% sure.
You're really sure?
Mochino.
In fact, that might be like the only answer. The rest might just be zeros.
You think off? You think off?
100.
You think
100 points Totoro.
you think all 5 of the answers are Totoro?
Yes.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, let's see Totoro. Answer number 3 with 16 points. Totoro
Wow,
from
really?
My Neighbor Totoro.
Right.
So,
okay.
are you saying Totoro for all of them now? Should I just?
No.
No.
Okay.
They're just all misspelled
Pikachu.
versions.
Pikachu.
Yeah. Pikachu for sure. 100%.
Pikachu.
Show me Pikachu. Number 1 answer with 48 points. Pikachu
Nice,
from, of
nice,
course,
nice.
Pokemon.
Okay. Now, the
mascot.
question again was
I got one.
mascots or what?
Name a popular anime mascot.
Mascot. Okay.
I got a no face.
I found the question to be a little confusing, so I would just say use the answers you've already revealed to be like examples of what they're talking about as an anime mascot.
Okay. I mean, no face is good.
This
No
is a
face
difficult, and I'll say that this is a difficult one because there are hundreds of possible answers.
Yeah, don't say.
Okay, popular anime mascots. All right, so I'm thinking like popular anime shows. We've got like obviously Dragon Ball. There's not really
The chat's
a
going
mascot
crazy.
from that though.
Unless you want to count like Shenron, but I doubt people would say Shenron at the word mascot. you know?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, just like things I see like plushies of. I see plushies
Yeah.
of Pikachu,
All right.
Totoro, No Face.
I'm gonna give you 10 more
No
seconds.
face.
I didn't start
go
the
no
timer,
face.
but
Let's go No Face. No Face.
show me no face. No answer.
Ooh, Okay.
Oh, should we do like the slime from the slime anime is too recent, but I feel like he might have
Maybe.
back
Or-
pocket.
Okay, what about like the Nine-Tails Fox from Naruto?
Somebody in the chat said Korg in the house. It's just I'm turning chat off. I'm turning chat off.
You
It's done.
guys,
Pen the Pingu.
you guys should-
What was the Pingu? Or
you guys-
what was the Pingu?
you guys should-
Pingu in the city.
Pingu in the city.
No,
you
chat's
guys should
been
probably all turn the chat off. By the way.
Yeah, chat's off. I just like saw Corey in the house and I was like, this is cursed. Fuck,
So what about like the Nine-Tailed Fox?
Oh, what about does Inuyasha count?
Is he a mascot?
I don't know, man.
You're at it. I'll give you 10 more seconds. You gotta have an
He's
answer.
a fluffy boy.
He's a fluff boy. He's
I
a
mean,
floof.
because I'm like, are we saying
Nine-Tailed
character?
Fox is
I'm gonna give you an
actual-
X. I'm gonna give you an X for delay.
I don't know.
Nine-Tailed Fox?
Nine-Tailed Fox.
Nine-Tail Fox.
Oh,
Shit, dude, this is harder
I
than
swear to God,
thought,
if
dude.
one of these is like Goku, I'm like, that's not a mascot. That can't be.
I know.
Is he a mascot?
No,
I mean,
he's not.
kind of.
There's no way. He's like an iconic character of anime, but like
Yeah.
mascot.
Yeah,
fuck,
that's where it
dude.
gets weird.
Oh, what about like fucking I can't think of this cat's name. The cat from Kiki's Delivery Service. Shit.
Yeah, I
Something with a G. Gigi.
Gigi,
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I have a plushie of Gigi right now in my room.
All right, I like it.
You guys going? Is that your answer?
Yeah, Gigi. I don't know.
Show
This
me
is hard.
Gigi.
Shit.
That was your third strike.
That was a good guess. That was a good
Team
guess.
Mama now has a chance to steal. I'll give you 1 minute to deliberate.
Doraemon.
Collaborate.
That's what I was thinking.
Doraemon.
Doraemon. That's what we're going with.
I
feel
thought
like
that, yeah.
I feel like the way you phrase the question, it easily could be Goku, but I'm gonna stick to what I would have guessed before that and say Doraemon. So
Yeah,
that's
I would either say Doraemon or Makona from All of Clamp.
They sound
Let's
pretty.
do it, Doraemon.
They sound pretty sold on Doraemon here.
Let's do it.
Show me Doraemon to steal the points from Team Yurt. Can the Bronx Boys survive? They do. That was not the
Was
answer.
it Luna from Sailor Moon?
I was gonna do Luna next. Yeah.
Here are
if
the
there wasn't next.
Here are the remaining answers.
Doraemon's like one of the most popular mascots.
Cube. Cube.
Oh wow. Okay.
True. And what was the other one?
Ein from Cowboy Bebop.
True, of course.
He's a mascot?
I thought of Doraemon too, but then I was like, I don't think most viewers have given a shit about Doraemon ever.
Viewers, you're wrong.
They are wrong. Some of those are mascots.
This is
What the hell?
Team Joe Mama's weakness is their intellectualness of anime.
Yeah.
It's backfiring on them.
Our strength is
Our
in our
brains are
ignorance.
our weakness.
Our surface level dumb shit we know.
The last answer on the board is Luna from Sailor Moon.
Damn it. Should have said Luna.
I wish my brain went to Luna when I thought cat. I went to Kiki's instead. Fuck.
I don't regret our choice.
I don't regret it either. They're wrong.
The Twitch audience has correctly pointed out that I gave the points to the wrong team here, but on my Excel spreadsheet I have the correct total. Currently Team Yurt is ahead with 231 points against 171 for Team JoJo. So a lead of 60.
Damn.
The next question is for Team Mama. And 100 respondents weigh in. The question, what is a sport you would play in an anime?
Oh.
Karuta.
I loved the grin across Mitsuki's face.
He couldn't wait.
Stir the pot. Stir that pot, my guy.
Let's go basketball. Let's go basketball. And it's going to be boxing. And it's going to be soccer.
Damn. He's just throwing them out. All right. One answer.
There we go. That's all 5 of my choices.
There we go.
I need one answer.
Basketball.
Yeah.
All right, show me basketball. Fourth answer off the board with 12 points is basketball.
Expected.
Volleyball.
Show me volleyball. Second answer off the board with 28 points.
Baseball.
Mason is just silent. He's stunned. He doesn't have anything to say.
She's got it.
Sorry.
He's like, she's on a roll. Let's just let her take care
I'll
of
let
it.
Mason take the rest.
Her hands are hot right now.
Okay, all right. What is the next answer? Question or whatever? What is your next answer?
Baseball.
Baseball. Yeah.
Show me baseball. No baseball.
Ooh,
what?
No
Oh, sorry. That's my mistake.
Okay.
Baseball, number 3 on the board with 22.
My head was going to explode.
Same, me too, actually.
My bad.
Most popular sport in Japan. What?
Yeah.
My bad.
What do you think between tennis or boxing next?
The number 5 and number 1 answers are still on the board.
Boxing. Let's do boxing.
All right, here we go. Boxing. Show me some Hajime no Ippo. No one likes Hajime no Ippo.
Soccer, then.
No respect.
Yeah,
you viewers
soccer.
are missing out.
What was your answer?
Soccer.
Show me some soccer
We didn't
off
say
the
that, right?
board.
Okay.
You have not given soccer yet. Oops. I gave you strikes on the screen, but the correct answer was soccer. Number 1 response with 28 points.
So we only have one strike, right?
You have one strike.
We have
one strike.
Have swimming.
Boxing was the one that was not.
Yeah.
We have running. We have swimming. We have.
You have guessed
ping
soccer,
pong.
volleyball, baseball, basketball, and an incorrect guess of boxing. Now, the 5th answer is still on the board. You have 2 more guesses.
There was Kinemata sumo, but I don't think they'd pick sumo wrestling.
No.
You think you want to try swimming? Ballroom dancing?
There's a lot of them.
Let's try swimming.
Yeah, let's try
Thinking
swimming.
of that free popularity.
They have come to a consensus. Swimming. So sorry, swimming. No one likes to get wet. No swimming.
This becomes harder as it goes on.
It is. The questions are ordered in increasing difficulty.
And wait, did we not get tennis guessed? Or was
You
that
have
the
not
rest?
guessed.
No one has said tennis.
You have
No.
not guessed tennis yet. You have incorrectly
try
guessed
tennis?
boxing and swimming.
Would you rather try tennis or ping pong?
What was the question again? Explicitly
The
name a
question
sport
is,
you would play
what is a sport
in
you
anime?
would play in an anime?
That's.
This is different. This is
I
so
don't. I feel like if they were guessing like for me, they'd say ping pong. But I feel like tennis.
All right,
is
time's
more-
up, guys. I'm gonna give you 10 more seconds.
We're going tennis.
Yeah. Paddle sports. You know, you got soft tennis, you got
Paddle
tennis,
sports.
all of it. All of it.
Show me tennis.
Yeah.
Show me tennis.
Interesting.
Ooh.
What?
Okay.
Team Yurt
Okay.
now has a chance to steal the points to get that fifth answer off the board.
What you got, my guy?
Now, Enzo, hear me out here.
I'm hearing you.
Oh boy.
Keijo.
I was thinking Keijo too.
Yo, for real?
I really was. I was like, there's one troll answer that was
Butt stuff.
Never
The answer
flies.
is butt stuff.
The Bronx
You
boys.
said that.
The Bronx boys are in
Buttboxing.
alignment.
Bronx boys have good butts, and therefore our brains
true.
went to Keijo.
It's
For
facts.
sure. That's facts. That's just straight facts. So, listen, it's the number 5 answer, which leaves
Yeah.
belief that it could be troll, right?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm totally
And
with you.
this podcast has mentioned favorable opinions of Keijo because,
Sure.
believe it or not, it's kind of entertaining to watch.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
And the people answering these questions are the
10 seconds remaining, guys.
Should we bet it all on butts?
Bet it all on butts.
Bet it all on butts, baby.
That's very on brand for you guys.
Oh my goodness. All right, they're going with Keijo, not an actual sport. Show me Keijo. With 10 points, the remaining Enzo has left his he has left his seat in celebration.
Let me down.
10 points and even 100 points going to
Let's
team.
fucking get it.
Let's go, baby.
I just popped the
Keijo.
fuck off.
A
Holy
not real
shit.
sport. What?
Let's get it. We are the people's voice. The people want
I thought for
butts.
sure it was gonna be racing. Because after I thought about it, I was like, oh, they're a
Racing,
racing.
either like
show.
initial D or
Yeah, or
Downey-
cycling.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
and once again, Mitsuki gives the points to the wrong team.
Mitsuki.
Current
Again.
score.
I can't believe it was Keijo.
Current
I
score.
fully believe it. I
Current-
fully believe it.
Current score, guys. Team Yurt has 331 points.
Once again, the listeners are wrong.
Team Mama, aka Team Glowing Penis, has approximately 171 points. A deficit of 160. Life support has been brought to Team JoJo.
Oh my god.
Okay, we have another question. This one's for Team JoJo. Their chance to
Mandy has
make
the
their comeback.
saltiest look
I
on her
am
face
mad.
right now.
He's like,
Wait,
fuck
is-
off.
I'm ready to quit. I'm about to throw everything on my desk.
Wait, okay. I was gonna say, is the next round? How does that work if you
Is
steal a
it
round?
their turn again? Because we stole.
Oh no,
No,
that's my
no,
bad.
it's your turn.
It's Team Yurt's
Forget.
turn.
All right.
Can I get
Team
fan
Yurt.
art of Mandy dressed as like assembled as 3 ferrets saying Keijo was a mistake in subtitles?
with Miyazaki's wig on.
exactly.
Okay,
That could
guys.
happen, people.
Please, I would love it.
Oh my god.
We are now on the 7th round. The screen says it's round 3, but it's round 7. For Team Yurt, the Bronx boys, the underdogs.
Lit.
Vegas is tearing out their hair right now. They're about to lose a shitload of money on this underdog play. Question is 100 respondents on the board. What is the worst anime to be caught watching in public?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So happy we don't have-
And the crowd is loving the question.
Oh my
Wow.
Now, this is
Okay.
anime, not like hentai, correct?
Yeah. I mean, fuck. Is hentai anime, boys?
I don't know, but it is art.
It is.
That much.
and art is anime.
Man, the worst anime to be caught watching.
I will say that
Oh, let's do like Konosuba.
Okay, I can see that. I can see
What were you
that.
gonna say, Miss?
I was going to say that hentai may be considered as the correct answer.
Okay.
Oh, I mean,
The genre itself. I mean,
The question's a
Are you
little
helping them? This
No.
is cheating.
I think it's fair. I think it's okay.
yeah. I mean, I feel like hentai is the obvious answer.
it may
hentai is
it
the
may
obvious
not
answer.
be. I'm not saying it's in there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I personally believe that hentai are considered anime. It's a subgenre of anime.
Mm-hmm. Now the question is it specific hentai,
Right.
or is it? Or are we
Let's-
talking like a certain show?
Let's go through shows and then we'll use hentai on our like last guess.
Remember,
Okay,
you're
okay.
on the clock. I'm gonna give you 20 more seconds.
Okay. Konosuba. It's like
Konosuba.
it's like the most recent pervy shit. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with that.
Konosuba?
Yeah.
Show me Konosuba.
Oh, damn.
What the
So
fuck?
right off the bat, a strike.
Okay.
Or all
What
up in your
about-
face.
Oh my god.
I'm thinking of like really messed up anime.
Yeah, you gotta.
Like, let's go with like Ninja Scroll.
Sure.
Yeah, like you wouldn't want to be caught watching that in public.
No, you don't.
Oh, is that your answer?
Yes, Ninja Scroll.
Show me Jubei. So sorry.
Oh my god.
Mandy's
Okay.
Mandy in defiance is holding up the dick
Every
light.
episode that Hisoka's in for Hunter x Hunter.
You're right. How about man, this is tough.
This is testament that me and you don't watch edgy shit.
Right?
We don't watch it.
I
We
think-
don't
I feel
waste
like
time
Mandy's
on
gonna
that shit.
sweep the board.
Oh, I feel like
You call me a perv?
call Mandy. Mandy.
He didn't call you a perv. He implied it heavily.
Yeah, exactly.
Heavily.
How about like Eromanga Sensei?
But
You're 20 more seconds.
we could do that, or do you want to do? Do we want to say
Just say hentai.
hentai?
Let's just say hentai.
Let's just say hentai.
I don't know if the genre counts, but
If you just say hentai, I'm not going to give it to you. It's there.
okay. So
all of
specific.
these,
so it has
all
to
of
be-
these
has
are
to be a show.
all of these are specific titles.
Okay. How about Boku no
Black
Pico?
Boku no Pico. Boku no Pico. Go with Boku no Pico.
Probably be on there.
What was your answer?
Boku no
Boku no
Pico.
Pico.
Show me little boys.
Of course.
15
You
points.
listeners are
The
fucking
third
ridiculous.
response is Boku no Pico. Don't watch that at home.
Savages.
Don't watch it ever.
Oh my god.
Don't watch it ever.
Oh, what about Diabolic Lovers?
Oh, okay. Oh no, dude. What was the one with like the dude that had like the little boy that
Is-
he
Boku
adopted?
no Pico.
No.
No,
This is a
I think
different
that's
one.
isn't that Diabolic Lovers?
No. This is the one where oh god, and it was like my
Dying.
lowest rated anime ever because we
Yes,
actually
I know
show.
what you're talking about. I thought I was talking about that show and I said Diabolic Lovers.
No, it's oh gosh,
Shit.
what's it called? It's
I know what you're talking about.
10 more
too.
seconds, guys.
Shit. If not, we're going with the Blue Girl.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean that's not a bad one. Oh, how about or like
Black
Pupa?
Bible?
I'm just thinking of like terrible.
All right, give me your answer. Give me your answer.
Pupa?
What do you, Pupa. Yeah.
Pupa. Pupa.
It's a good guess.
Ah.
Incorrect. That's
Shit.
it. That
Prison
was,
school.
that was the third incorrect answer. Now, Team Mama has a chance to steal here. Only
Prison school.
with 4 remaining answers on the board still, wide open.
I just really want to
Prison
know.
Mandy has said prison school now 4 times.
I concur, despite never seeing it myself. I've got trust.
Prison school or Monster Musume. I'm gonna go with prison school.
Okay, show me prison school to steal the points from the meager 15 points off the board.
That was their strategy. Just be bad. Don't give us a chance to come
Prison
back.
school, the number 1 answer. Mandy has
And you were
stolen
thinking
for
of
Team
Oh, no,
Mama.
what was it? What was that one?
Right? We all literally
The
deleted it from
answer
our
is
memory.
Sword Art Online. Can you imagine the shame of being caught watching that? Oh, disgusting.
Mason, let him know.
All right, guys.
Let him know.
Other
I
answers.
was just shaking.
Other answers off the board. Other answers on the board. By the way, Team Mama has stolen 45 points and is pulled within 115 points, within striking distance in the final round.
Sure.
The answer number 2 off the board was High School DxD, 27 points.
Okay.
Of course. Good one.
Number 4 off the board, answer 4 was Keijo, complete with like 10 exclamation marks. And
28, I think.
whatever. And answer 5, Monster Musume with 15 points.
I got either of them. Yeah.
You know what I was thinking of? Super
What?
Lovers.
Super Lovers.
Jesus.
That was
That's
it.
that's the one. I was thinking about that, not Diabolic Lovers.
I was thinking like Food Wars or like Monogatari would
I was
probably
thinking
also
Kill
be
a
up there.
Kill.
True,
That was a
Kill
tough
Kill
one.
would be a good one. Yeah, that's because listen, guys, we don't watch trash, man. We really.
I mean, I love prison school.
Prison School
Okay,
is not-
guys.
Prison School, that's high art. That is high art.
Yeah.
You have one. I have no idea how long we're running, by the way. Let's see.
Wait,
We're good.
Vince,
We're
did
good.
you
Very
add their
lo-
points?
very
I think
long.
I think you gave us their points.
The points on the screen aren't correct,
Oh, okay.
and they never were going to be correct because the games don't connect to each other. But currently the score is 331 for Team Yee. With 331, Team Jojo, aka Team Mama, aka Team Glowing Penis, 216 points. Within striking distance, only 115 behind on this final round. If they sweep the round, they may take the game. Team Mama, the game is yours to win or lose. And the first and the question is 100 respondents. What are the listeners' favorite hentai tags?
That's a
Well, Mason's
Luckily,
I'm out. Whatever
Mandy's
Keiko corresponds with.
Mandy's big enough a perv to carry solo this for sure.
So that's like bathing suits or butts or bikinis or something like that.
Oh, jeez.
But,
You gotta get dirtier than that.
You gotta get to
tentacle.
Japanese shit. Yeah.
Mandy feels like she's flying solo. Show me tentacles. Answer 3 with 20 points.
Is
Just
is
tentacles.
flying solo a tag?
Flying solo.
I'm glad you guys.
Ahegao.
I'm glad you guys knew what a tag meant because I mean, to me,
We got you, friend.
to me, I
got
think
you.
it's like, yeah, okay, you got me.
Ahegao.
Ahegao.
Ahegao. It's a tag that Mitsugi enjoys. Let's see here. Ahegao, is it there? No, no Ahegaos for you.
Y'all don't have taste in hentai. Jesus Christ.
Can you say that one more time, Mandy?
Cream pie.
I'm gonna get some great drops from the podcast on this.
One more time with everybody quiet so we get that pure audio.
Yeah.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
Show me
500
cream
episodes,
pies
baby.
in your face.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Okay.
Listen, we can't turn this over to them.
This
They
is-
will get the point.
This is
I
like
know.
this is Game 7 of the World Series, ninth
This is- it
inning,
feels like-
ninth inning, ninth inning, full count.
We could do Opie. Mason's like, I don't know. I don't have a clue.
404 Mason not
uncomfortable
found.
right now. He's get me out of here.
404 Mason not found.
15 more seconds.
Let's
Let's
15.
just try Opie. Just try it.
Sure.
The judges are deliberating. They're talking. Will they take Opie? Big boobs,
Okay.
number 2
Okay,
off the
okay,
board,
okay,
20
okay,
points.
Okay.
We could try either Yaoi or Yuri.
Ooh, I think those are good ones. I think we
Let's
should
try Yuri.
Will they stay alive with Yuri in this
What
game?
bondage?
You'll notice that are you changing your answer?
What do you
No.
think, Mason?
I think Yuri.
Yuri? Let's try Yuri.
Yuri, 20 points.
Man.
That was mine, dude. Fuck.
I got one.
I got another one too, but
I have really
Should we
botched
try
these.
bondage?
I have botched these point totals so bad off the bottom.
they guessed Mitz.
I'm going back. I'm going back
Probably.
here. I'm going back here and fixing this.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It won't let me fix it. Okay.
How many do we have so far? We have 3. We have
60 points on the board.
Tentacle, Opie, and Yuri. Those
There are
three.
answers number 1 and number 5 are still
Number 1.
on the board. And I'll give you guys 20 more seconds.
What are like inherently?
This is hard.
No, we got a Hegao, didn't we?
No, that wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
Ahegao
would
was never.
think.
Ahegao was
You would-
never the answer.
Do you think it's something easy like just blowjob?
LOL.
That I mean, or I'm thinking
This
something
hentai went
more
off
like
this anime went off.
creepy or like I don't know, sibling. Or,
Bukake.
yeah, something.
All right, guys. I'm going to need
Do
an
we think
answer
our listeners are extremely?
of
Do we
some
just want to
kind.
try something very simple like bondage?
Yeah.
This is bondage.
Bondage, huh? Show me bondage to stay alive.
No.
Ooh, yeah. That's it. Punish me. Yeah. Ooh.
Okay. Oh my god, that's a drop.
All right.
Please record that one.
But okay,
I'll give you 1 minute.
What
I
you
got one.
What you got?
that.
Take your time because I'm trying to do something over here on the
Oh, okay. I'm thinking Futa.
Interesting.
Futanari.
I was thinking Netorare, NTR.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
What is Netorare?
We've had that conversation on the hentai episode.
We definitely discussed it on the hentai episodes. Yeah. NTR is pretty deep. That's deep evil hentai. That's like cursed hentai.
Yeah. Or I mean, if we can get weird, we can go ugly bastard.
We could go ugly bastard.
Oh, I guess.
We can go like monster too. We could. They went Yuri. We could go yaoi.
You know what?
Give you 20 seconds.
We are equal opportunity people here, right?
Yes, we are.
I feel like we got to keep it balanced, keep it fair for our listeners. You know, we want to be all inclusive.
Yeah, I mean, yaoi.
I'm with you. Let's do it.
Yaoi.
Show me yaoi to steal the points and flat out embarrass poor Team Mama. Incorrect.
Man.
So sorry.
God damn it.
Was incest one?
Oh, it has to be.
The remaining answers are number
it's not a
one.
good one, but, you know.
Number one off the board is vanilla.
Vanilla? Y'all soft as hell.
I said that word.
Y'all are soft as hell.
Did you? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
Vanilla's number one. Y'all call yourself perverts?
Number 5 off the board is
I'm glad.
Futanari.
I knew it.
Oh, you guys almost had it.
Damn it. We could have sealed the game.
An embarrassment of riches. You couldn't.
I mean, do we still win though?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we do, right?
Final point score is Team Yurt with 331 points and a very close game from Team Mama with 276, losing by only 55. The underdogs of the day, Team Yurt, Kazuo and Enzo are the winners of the first of maybe more Family Feud games on the AAA podcast.
All right, can we get Kazuo? Can we get a celebratory year for the fam?
Sure.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. It's so weird doing that in my like dining room.
All right.
I cannot believe we won. I definitely thought we were gonna get completely shit on.
Yeah, dude. Nah. I was confident from the beginning.
You're right.
Okay.
We got confidence from nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is the listeners are wrong.
Yeah. I'm not disappointed in myself. I'm disappointed in you.
Yes.
I feel like it's pretty clear who is here for the listeners. All right.
We are the cat. Keijo.
Really?
He's gonna go to bed just chanting, "Keijo's a mistake. Keijo's a mistake. Keijo's a mistake." Keijo's a mistake.
You guys done me dirty.
I cannot believe it was Keijo.
All the tennis anime out there, really?
I cannot believe it was.
I give you guys props for guessing Keijo though.
Yeah.
That was digging. That was believing in the heart of the card. There.
Yeah.
100%. Holy shit.
I'm glad that
was
came
a roller
around for us
coaster.
too. That would have been rough because we both guessed well on the other one and got that wrong. So like if we gotten both of those, I would have been like, come on, this sucks.
The bronze connection can't fail 2 times in a row.
No, never.
No. It fails every other turn. It failed us well. If came through on Keijo, failed us on the hentai shit.
So far, unanimous yeses on whether or not we should do this again. And I think that if we did, it would be fun to have Kazuo join us again.
I think we should just keep playing.
Oh, you want to just keep playing?
Let's get more questions.
Maybe he just wants to turn it around.
Exactly, yeah.
The double extra
I'm
bonus
mad, I need to
round.
redeem myself.
LOL.
Well, we could do a bonus round if you want.
My mother taught me not to overstep myself,
Mm-hmm.
Also,
no points. You still get the victory. We'll just keep on.
Oh,
look at the time.
Yeah, look at the time,
I got this thing I gotta go do.
I got a nap.
All right, we won't do it. All right, well, big thanks to Kazuo for joining in, and I know everyone loves to have you here to brighten everyone's day with your smartassery and quick wit.
Is there anything you want to say about the 500, aka Dish on Mitts?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have anything prepared, but I think I started the podcast way back when, episode 245, which was 2014. I think we started with like an impressions episode. Yeah, so I was on there for a good while, and it was a lot of fun, and I met a lot of awesome people, and here's the 500 more. I should have probably prepared something, but I didn't. But I love you all.
Well, we love you,
Chibi
Kazuo.
Rob
We love you
says
too.
in the chat that he looks forward to pulling more #Kazuo quotes
God.
tomorrow, because that was
That
one of the
hashtag.
things.
That hashtag.
Bringing it back from the dead, baby.
Oh, jeez. I'll
All
never
right,
be
guys.
able to run for office.
Thanks for being here, my dude. I missed you.
Yep, thanks for joining us. All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Been good.
How about
Okay,
how about the in-show trivia question here?
Let's do it. Once again, same as last time. Here we go. Excluding anime cons, from how many different locations has this podcast been broadcast? And how many can you name? We'll let you know all of them pretty darn soon.
Bye, Kazuo.
Bye.
Thank you.
Stay connected though, so the cameras don't get jumbled up.
Oh, okay.
Don't leave us.
Don't leave the chat.
We love you.
We love you.
You're here forever.
Oops.
Hey everybody, Mitsugi is here one more time, and I'm bringing you your anime news break. First up, a new TV anime has been announced. Shacho, Battle no Jikan desu, or President, It's Time for Battle, which is a smartphone strategy role-playing game, is getting an anime adaptation that's going to be coming out on TV next year with some extremely cute-looking art and a synopsis that is basically the description of the game. It's an isekai anime that is about a strategy role-playing game set in a world where dimensional gates suddenly appear in the skies, opening portals to countless dungeons. And the story imagines if the player is a company president who employs adventurers to take on dungeons filled with monsters for the treasure that lie within, and the player recruits or trains fighters, mages, knights, hunters, rogues, and other classes of employees, and then dispatches the employees into battles. This sounds like a really cool anime and probably a really fun game that I might be checking out if it's available in the United States. So look out for President, It's Time for Battle, coming out next year. Next up, Animal Crossing is getting a manga in December. The January 2020 issue of Shogakukan's Chow magazine announced this, the Nintendo property getting a manga that's going to be shipping with the magazine's February 2020 issue. That ships in December 28th. The manga artist is Minori Kato. So if you're a fan of Animal Crossing, I mean, here's a manga for you to enjoy. You'll be able to follow the protagonist named Hana and her struggles on an unpopulated island. So, Animal Crossing coming to you in December. And next up, Gundam creator Yoshiyuki Tomino, manga creator Rumiko Takahashi are receiving the government cultural honor for the new era, the first year, Reiwa 1. The Japan's Agency for Cultural Affairs announced that the Gundam creator Tomino and Rumiko Takahashi are both being chosen for the Cultural Affairs Award for the year, which goes to individuals who have made distinguished accomplishments in artistic and cultural activities. Of course, Tomino has been a very prolific animation director and is so important to Japan because of Gundam. And of course, Rumiko Takahashi, who has been one of the most famous manga creators, responsible for a ton of things, including Ranma 1/2 and Inuyasha. So if you're a fan of these two, celebrate. They're getting cultural awards to start the new era in Japan. Lastly, Koizuru Asteroid, the anime, is premiering on January 3rd. It's going to be coming out on ATX, Tokyo MX, Sun TV, and a bunch of other channels in Japan. The synopsis centers around Mita, a girl who dreams of joining the astronomy club once she got into high school, and after meeting a man and promising to discover new asteroids when she was younger, but the high school she got into had abolished its astronomy club before she was enrolled, and now it has been combined into the Earth Sciences Club. So catastrophe strikes. If you are a fan of these sort of slice-of-life comedy shows centered around a school setting, Koizuru Asteroid or Asteroid in Love, the anime is going to be premiering on January 3rd. This was Mitsuki, and this was your anime news break. You guessed it, time to get back to the podcast. Anime Addicts JList.com is bringing you a very timely item on their website. They have a brand new slate of Pokemon plushies. They're all $17 or less on the JList.com or JBox.com website. They're available in Munyumaru and normal plushie versions, including even neck pillows. You can select from all your favorites. They have most of the versions of Eevee that you could ever want: Pikachu, Snorlax, Cubone, Mew, Charmander, Psyduck, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and so much more. Head over to JList.com or JBox.com right now, and you can enjoy your brand new Pokemon Sword and Shield video game with a brand new plushie from JList or JBox.com.
Hi there, my name is Spike Spencer. I'm the voice of Shinji Ikari and many other crazy bastards. And I am an anime addict.
And we're back. So before we went on break, we had a question for you. And the question was, excluding anime cons, from how many different locations has the AA podcast been broadcasted? How many can you name? The answer is 8 in total. And the order was Orlando, Florida; Winter Park, Florida; Fujishiro, Japan; Tampa, Florida;
Tampa.
Wasn't that a Hunter x Hunter character? Tampa?
Tampa.
Wasn't he the guy in the Hunter exam? Anyways. West Chase, Florida; St. Petersburg, Florida; Denver, Colorado; and Ohio! Because I have broadcasted twice.
All right.
Facts.
All right. Well,
Let's do it.
Just because we have a interesting, different podcast schedule today, we still have 5-star reviews coming in. Let's do it.
It's time for iTunes review.
This is from the Deadly Dodo, and it's titled Diary of a Junkie.
Aww.
They write, I don't have a lot of friends who are into anime or who have even seen anime, but this podcast is great for finding new anime to watch, and is also good for hearing different views of anime you like and also anime you don't like. But the best part of this podcast are the hosts. They're fun, energetic, and seem like they are all genuinely having a good time hanging out. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Thanks for making my anime addiction worse.
You're welcome.
Dodo?
Oh, that was another well-written one. I like it. I'm a fan.
Correct punctuation and everything, dude. Love it. You love to see it. You love to see good grammar, you know?
And we just had 2 people join the Discord in like the last 10 minutes. We are growing by the minute.
Bring it
I love
on.
it. Welcome,
That's what I'm talking
everybody.
about.
Welcome to the family.
All right, guys.
Right
So
the thing.
I passed Copcraft, so I'll lead us off here. Copcraft is a sort of a sci-fi buddy cop type show from Studio Milapensi, which is very notorious for making the version of Berserk that no one likes. And
they co-made it. They weren't the only ones, but they were involved.
With Gemba, Studio Gemba, and TQ, a lot of TQ, Wake Up Girls Season 2, and that's mostly it. So let's get right into it here. Copcraft's synopsis. The story is basically in the very recent past, as the anime is set. A gate opens up in the middle of the Pacific near Japan that connects Earth to another world, and it's like a fantasy world. I kind of think of it as like the Record of Lodoss world, sort of. It's got fairies and stuff like that. The city is San Teresa, which became a home for over 2 million of these different creatures from this other world. Unfortunately, this is also creating a rise in different types of crime that are related to the other world. So you'll have things like the first thing that they do in the anime is they're investigating this human, I guess it's fairy trafficking, because it's human trafficking, I guess, but it's fairies. So they're selling contraband, which is like fairies in bottles, a la Zelda, I guess. And so there is a detective named Kei Matoba, who is a longtime veteran cop, who his partner Rick dies right off the bat in the first episode, like in the first 5 minutes, while trying to apprehend some criminals that are dealing a ferry. And he is immediately replaced by a girl named Tilarna. Her last name is brutal. Exadilica.
You have to say the whole name.
Tilarna Exadilica, who is from the other world, a Farbani Kingdom knight. She's from the other world, and she has joined as Kei Matoba's new partner to investigate different crimes. And initially, she's there to investigate a specific crime relating to that ferry, but decides to stick around. Personally, I think it's because she decides she kind of likes hanging out with Kei Matoba. So, and that's about it. That's the early synopsis, I would say. I think that pretty much covers it. The director is Shin Itagaki, who directed the not-so-good Devil May Cry anime, and TQ, and then the surprisingly fun Bento. So,
yeah, Bento is a blast.
Guys, what were you expecting going into Copcraft?
I can go first. So I had heard like generally like positive reactions at the beginning of the season, and everyone was like, "Oh, it starts off pretty strong," but like I got the vibe that there was like a drop in quality in the writing and the visuals like later on after the strong start. And I guess I'll just continue. Like, I'm pleased to announce that I didn't think there was much of a drop in quality, either in the writing or the animation.
Here it comes.
All those accusations are baseless because the show was constantly abysmal from the beginning, so there was no drop for it to be had.
He's been holding this inside.
If you start on the ground, you can't fall. Am I
Exactly, exactly.
Unless you're trying to get out of a subway car with people standing in the way, right, Enzo?
Don't even.
Am I right? Am I right, man? You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
I'm icing my damn knee right now. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you shouldn't still be icing it. I mean, it's been a long enough.
I'm not. I have my knee up though.
Well, and Mandi, what did you think? What were your expectations?
Expectations. I knew it was based off of a light novel by the same name. That's all I knew really going into it. And I've heard the community's reaction to some very horrible animation. So that's exactly what I was expecting. I didn't know anything else beyond that because I didn't watch this one as it was airing. It was one of those that I heard positive things about the first 2 episodes. I was like, oh, cool, maybe I should watch that. And then people started coming in around episode 3 and 4 like, this is awful. And I was like, okay, I won't watch it.
I mean to follow up on that briefly. I knew it was the same writer as the guy who did Full Metal Panic.
That's right.
Which is also like basement tier in my book, so I was already like...
No, Full Metal Panic, Invisible Victory, I believe it was. I don't think he wrote all of it, did he?
That's all I knew going in.
This is the only portion of this review I can participate in because I thought I could pull a miracle and watch anime this week, and that didn't happen. But going into the show, I had also heard more negative than positive stuff about the show. So, and just reading the synopsis for me, it just isn't something that I mean, maybe it would with a different key visual, but just the key visual and like the snippets I've seen on Twitter, I was like, this is not a show that I'm going to most likely enjoy. So I got through episode 1 and I was like, okay, that's about where I thought that was going to hit, which is, as Mason put it, pretty low on the scale of things I like. Does it stay there? I'm hoping you guys can tell me as this review goes on because I was not able to watch as it's busy season. I just made time for the podcast today because it's 500 episodes. Let's get it.
Yeah, so I don't really recall why I passed this anime, but I think the first 3 episodes. I mean, I'm old, man.
I don't really recall.
I'm old, man. My memory lasts about 2 hours.
It's just funny the way that sounds.
But like, but I'm pretty sure, and I'm going to get to this in just a second as we talk about more of the plot line. There was an interesting sort of plot twist and political bend at the end of the 3rd episode that I thought the show was going to run with and be interesting. whether it did that or not, you'll find out, I guess, in a few minutes. But I guess I expected it to be like a pretty good, like a fun cop drama. So my expectations were that, I expected them to stick with the sort of theme that they were getting their fingers into at the end of the third episode. So that's about all I can say. But I think my expectations were kind of so-so, I guess. I was trying to be hopeful, but I want to think that this season was just not that good. I don't really know. I can't remember. Maybe this should have been dipped into retro review area. I'm not 100% sure about that, but you guys just want to get into the spoilers area so we can talk more about the story and the sort of
we didn't do spoiler-free recommendations.
Oh, you're right, we didn't. I'll just continue with that, and then I'll go circle back around to you guys. This is not a show I would recommend. The plotline thread at the end of the third episode that I thought we were going to have never really materializes. To me, I say this about anime a lot, and I feel bad when I say it generally. I feel like a lot of shows just don't have the meat for a full season. And like an anime will have a story that can be covered in like a 3-episode OVA, and then they cram a bunch of crap in there to try to make it fit a season length. And unfortunately, I feel like this is a really great example of that. And so you're going to end up watching a bunch of just nonsense filler, and I can't really recommend it. I think there's got to be better cop drama stuff out there than this one.
So yeah, Copcraft attempts to blend like our real world with fantasy, and but instead of sending someone to a fantasy world, they bring the fantasy creatures into ours, and it's not like a secret. These beings have been integrated into our society, and through that premise, the series has a chance to tackle some like real life issues and look at them through the lens of a fantasy series. And it attempts to do that, but right from the start, but it doesn't really go anywhere. Like I said, it's very shallow with characters referencing events that we never hear of again, like more information. We don't hear any more information on the past events that they reference throughout the entire series. And it feels like these 12 episodes are only just scratching a very tiny scratch in the surface of a much larger story, and it wastes so much time in the middle.
Oh yeah,
with episodes that show like largely unrelated like events to the overall, like they're not related to the overall conflict at all, and there's so much random fan service that takes away from the drama and massive production issues. But the animation dips like far below average, which really hurts the action scene.
Oh yeah.
And there are a lot of episodes that felt like they would work better as separate OVAs. And yeah, I don't recommend it, but I am curious about the light novel. I don't know if it's the same as this. Maybe that is more promising in the way to experience this. But I feel like it had potential right at the beginning. That's all I have.
I mean, I've wrote a metric lot about this show, but I'm just going to speed up for the sake of time. Like, clearly I don't recommend it. Like, this is heavily inspired by buddy cop and fantasy genres, but it does nothing to merge those together. It feels like someone just saw these two genres and was like, ooh, I want to make that. And they just tried coloring in the lines very crudely. And like nothing felt original. Nothing was artistic. Nothing was profound. It was just, as Mandi said, immensely shallow. And just every single arc, both in itself, was slow and distracting. But like, even when they were just doing like an OVA thing, they couldn't get to the point of shows. They just kept on delaying and prolonging with the needless fan service, and just everything was so poorly done that it was a grind to watch.
Yep.
So please don't watch this show.
That sounds like my worst nightmare in anime. Just like poor writing. Like purely through.
Enzo.
It was poor writing, and the visuals made it even worse somehow.
During a very dramatic moment, they had the camera like stuck on this girl's ass.
Dude, that's that kind of shit, man. That's that kind of shit.
There's a gun standoff.
Okay. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
That's that shit, bro.
Oh my god!
All right. So
I'm glad that you. I'm glad that
You're glad you didn't watch it? Thanks, Enzo.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't watch it because we should have all suffered together. But
I'm just kidding.
No, but yeah, it's fine. But I'm like happy that you point that out to me, especially because like I hate that shit. I hate that shit so much. Peak climactic moment, peak drama, gun standoff that you're talking about, and you're gonna put a fucking ass in my face. Okay,
It gets worse than that, man.
Yeah.
It gets worse than that.
What? All right, tell
Yeah,
me. So
this
tell me
scene-
about it. Tell me about it.
All right, so
Like everybody at the I'm sorry, I was just gonna mention that one.
We can't even decide on what scene to talk about because they're all so awful.
Okay. So in the third episode, the thing that I think got me passing this show was that I was very intrigued by a political sort of message, I guess, at the end of the third episode where the villain is trying to create a bomb using materials. And correct me if I'm wrong, because this anime made little
He
sense
was
to me.
fairy dusting.
He was trying to make a bomb with materials from these fairies that would turn humans into mind slaves or whatever. And the reason why he wanted to do that was because there were so many other beings pouring through this gate into the human world, and because the lifespan of the creatures from the other world is like 10 times as long as the humans, there's this sort of xenophobic theme of being afraid that the creatures from the other world would take over the human world because of their increased lifespan and durability,
which is an interesting
as
premise.
organisms. And so I was like, oh, interesting. And there was a plot, and there was a plot twist at the end of the third episode because the police chief was the one orchestrating it, if I recall. And I was like, wow, that's kind of interesting. But the problem with the show, as I said, is that right after that episode, that thing just vanishes. Like it's not in the show
they don't
anymore.
Touch on that again?
It doesn't
to the very last.
Not till the last 2
or 11
episodes.
What the fuck?
And so it went from real interesting to the rock bottom, which was Talarna peeing in a litter box.
Yep.
And a 6-episode jaunt of fighting a naked vampire through the streets.
Her brain got switched with the cat. So the cat was in her body trying to piss her. Cat was in her body trying to piss in a litter box.
I mean, compared to the litter box arc, the vampire arc was awesome. I was like, okay, this is filler crap, but like compared to Talarna being body swap with a cat and just peeing in the litter box, in addition to just like the whole episode was just her crawling on her hands and knees with like, vagina panty shots from behind and her taking her panties off and she really does look like a little girl in it. I mean, I've seen younger looking girls, but she's very young looking. I'd probably, despite her probably being older because she's a fairy thing or whatever, I'd probably put her at like 10. So when she peed in that litter box, I was watching this with my girlfriend who absolutely hated it. And and we were like, I was like, did I just see that? Like, I was like, did I just see that?
Happen?
Because I was just shocked because like the show really hadn't gone to that place. I didn't feel like until that moment, and I was like,
so
that is coming out of nowhere. I'm like, whoa.
The episode that got me that I have to mention was that all of the cops at the precinct had a big cookout and they're in a pool, and so main girl Talarna, who is a fairy person from this other world, a Sumerian, and she of course looks like a child and she's in a bikini, but then they get a call that somebody was killed, so they go to the morgue, but she doesn't have time to change into professional clothes. She has to go in her bikini, and so
I didn't even notice that
serious discussion in a morgue, she keeps showing her ass.
My God.
Okay, I'll give the show one thing that I thought was cute. And
my God.
Okay, here we
Good
go.
luck, Mason, because I'm checked the fuck out.
The friendship between Tiliarna and Dr. Epps, the coroner, was pretty nice when they're talking about like how much Kay is like a doofus, and they're like, yeah, when he's dead, let's get together and like.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah.
That was the only moment.
That was cute.
Like, genuine human interaction and comedy and like nice. Everything else was everything either fell flat or was just so poorly produced that none of the, like, I would just love when like a character, like Kay's partner of 4 years dies. And he has to keep on reminding everyone, he's been my partner for 4 years. He's dead. I've gone through everything with this dude. And he doesn't like tell the wife in person. He just calls her and like leaves a message. And like, there's so many things that don't
calls her on the phone outside.
Right. Yeah. So like to me, this sounds like, so for example, like you guys know, like I failed podcast. And to me, it's like Fire Force had the situation where, you know, similar weird ecchi shit out of place for no fucking reason, or whatever the reason, because I don't know if that one of the girls has that like pull on whatever. Point is, I hate that shit. But at least that show has production value, and like the fight scenes are there, and like, you know, like stuff, the aesthetics are there, the world kind of makes sense. This one, yeah, so this one sounds like the worst case scenario for me as someone who looks for writing the most, where like I can't even say, apparently from what you guys are saying, that the production value gives it anything. It's just
the production values are
and trash.
The animation's so bad in the action scenes that I actually had trouble like seeing what was happening at times.
No.
They're very choppy.
There's a lot of South Park moments where you can see them just picking up and like bouncing the characters or cars along, and especially the best was at the I think at episode 12. There was actually one moment of semi-decent animation when he like is in handcuffs and he has to like escape out of them by like fighting this dude. And I'm like, wow, they actually animated something for 2 seconds. And then it shows him bouncing along as he like walks away from the room. And it's like just a whiplash. It was so bad. And the moment I was going to say earlier, like where just excessive fan service for no reason. It wasn't even like a very lewd one, but there's a moment where there's a gunfight on a cliff. And this guy's standing at a high point and the guy's standing at a low point. And in front of them, in the foreground, is a lady who's just shot with her curves accenting like the rise in elevation between like her hips and her waist. And it's just like,
yeah, for what?
I almost see what you were trying to do there. I almost see how you were trying to frame that. But why?
But
why?
for what?
Added
For
nothing.
what? Yeah, exactly. Okay.
The other thing
But
that
as I was,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say though is that if the series had kept to be very serious, I think it could have had potential. Like they tried to explore some social issues with like this fantasy creature and kind of like just showing it through a different lens, like a lot of racism against the Sumerians.
Right.
I think that's what they're called, the aliens the fantasy creatures from the other world. There is a whole episode about prostitution where they're busting a prostitution ring where all of these Sumerians are there trying to sell themselves. One of the people that they catch is one of the mayor candidates, and he is the Sumerian one who
the supporter of them.
Yes, the supporter.
Yeah, absolutely. The last 3 episodes were by far the best.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they had kept up with that and not filled it in with filler.
Yeah, filler.
It could
bad
have
filler
so much
too.
potential.
There were
just
I see that.
no meat to the stuff that we got.
There were Talarna. I mean, she's like the whole show, right? I feel like because everybody else in it just feels like very vanilla. But Talarna, I actually like her character design fairly well. But the problem I have with her is she suffers from like this thing where, and it just drives me crazy. And I know it's just how anime is, but it's when characters don't behave, they don't react in a way that makes any sense. Like someone will like be looking at her butt from like across the room, and rather than just getting like mad or walking away, she'll like run up and like, attempt to kill them with her sword or scream and kick them through a wall. It's like these people, they just don't act like the reactions. It's always an overreaction to everything. And
I
so
always
like,
attack people with my sword who stare
and so
at my
like that just drove me crazy about her. And the other thing,
I relate.
And the other thing was that like it was amazing that it seemed like she knew everybody in the world. Like she would see a picture of someone and she'd be like, "Oh my god, I know that person," or she saw some like writing in a book and she immediately knew that there was a vampire in the morgue. Or it's like she every little filler arc that there was, she knew the person that was involved. And I'm like, how do you know everyone? How do you know every single person?
That is how you shortcut a story with bad plot. Is you just the main character somehow just knows things. Yeah, which was like, for example, is a critique of Promised Neverland, right? Where like Ray just like knows shit.
Right.
Or like Norman just like knows shit.
He doesn't have infantile, what was it? Amnesia.
Amnesia, whatever the fuck that is.
He remembers everything from the
I remember everything.
But at least you could say, oh, he's been building this case for the past 8 years or whatever. Sure, fine. They tried. They did something.
Right, but yeah, but that's like a classic. You're right to feel like, what the fuck? Like, how do you know these things? Because unless it's substantiated well, it just feels like a jump in plot movement. It's a mechanism to move the plot along when they don't know how to write it. Don't have the time to write it. Like, it's just how people quote unquote solve that issue.
It's no doubt that the writing is very poor, but like the overreactions to everything is worse. It drives me nuts.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's nothing else. It just drove me crazy.
The other thing that was so weird is that later on, Talerda introduces magic. She's like, oh, yeah, we have magic, but somehow all of the humans didn't know that the fairy creatures had magic. I'm like, they've been part of your society for how long now? How many years? You guys don't know about magic? What?
Interesting.
I don't know. It was really weird.
This show sounds like there was a writing meeting once at the beginning, and they're like, here's our premise. Oh shit, that sounds good. And then like they just all got high for a year and finished this show. And this is what happened.
I'm literally like stunned because I don't know what I dislike most about this show to talk about. Like, I don't know if I should just attack the writing, the animation, the framing, the directing, the opening, which is just slapped on PowerPoints, the ending, which is this cringy sing-along. Just all of it. All of it was so flat that it was impressively bad.
I'm ready to score it in the interest of saving time, because I think there's not much else to say. We didn't say anything positive about it. There really wasn't much to say.
The Wikipedia section, when she's like, oh, how did you learn so much? And she's like, oh, I just went down like a Wikipedia hole. And she like talks about how you like click on one blue link to another blue link to another blue link, and just like the wave of like that was, I'm like, yep, I feel that. But
the opening was good.
With like
it was jazzy and fun.
They didn't even put text on. Like, they just like typed it up and like pasted it on and put a slant to it. There was no artistry to it. I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
It was rough.
The anime, I'm just going to score it. The anime, for me, was a big disappointment because I thought that political thread line had some potential to do something.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
But, inevitably it didn't. And I feel like I've seen this so many times where just an anime has a great premise, and then I think to myself, I should just skip the last 2 episodes because that's where the rest of the story is. And I say it halfway joking in like instances like this, but then when it actually comes through like that, I'm just like, wow, I can't believe, I say it in my mind, but I never really expect it to happen, but then it sometimes does. Ultimately, I feel like this is an anime better served as an OVA, maybe like, I don't know, a 4-episode OVA or something. And so as an OVA, maybe I could give it like a 3, but as the show that it is, it's got to get two fairies in a bottle that'll just delightfully restore your health out of 5.
You can go, Mason.
Yeah, so obviously it's not recommended. I spent most of this week like studying, and like I was like, oh, I have to watch this. And when watching anime is the part of that like schedule that you don't look forward to, that's not a good sign.
Nope.
Like if you lock me up in solitary confinement for egregious anime crimes, and after weeks of being deprived from any human contact or entertainment, you brought in Copcraft for me to watch, I'd be like, man, we had a good thing going before this. Why didn't you show me this? This was a nightmare. I give it 1 policeman out of 5.
Ooh!
One what?
Policeman.
Policeman?
Oh!
What's a policeman?
At the beginning, when Tiliarna like didn't know how to pronounce policeman, so she kept on saying policeman. It was very funny.
See, I watched the dub of it. I forgot to mention that.
Burn.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. I watched the dub.
Oh,
I swear their chief sounded like Mr. T.
Oh my god.
It was what got me through this. It was so funny.
You're brave for that, my dude.
Yeah, I don't recommend this. I feel like it could have been something. It could have been something really interesting if they had stuck to something. If they didn't, I don't know. If they just they stuck to the actual, like, the cool parts of the show, the interesting parts that were more serious, and took out a lot of the weird fan service and just kind of like nothing episodes where just nothing interesting happened, like Talarna learning how to drive. It was really weird. But production issues were abysmal as well. I will say that maybe the light novel is more interesting. I don't know what the difference is between those. So I can't speak for that. But I will probably give it 1.5 fairy dusts out of 5.
Oh.
My God.
Can I change my score?
Crazy. You may.
You may.
I'm not gonna change the number. I'm just gonna change the thing. I'm gonna change it to 2 trips to the litter box out of 5.
Oh,
God damn it, Mitsuki. I cannot believe at this moment that I am grateful to busy season at work for keeping me away from this show. You guys just scored this an average of 1.5.
Yeah.
It was
what
bad.
the fuck? Oh my
It was
God.
bad.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Who would have thought? Oh my God.
Well then.
I love you guys.
Enzo has lost his mind.
It's amazing, dude. Oh my
Just kind of with all the bad drops I can come up with here from the soundboard.
I wouldn't have helped it too, because based on kind of a rubric that gives points.
You
to
don't like
certain
eating dog
things, and
shit?
This shit that. Yeah, that would have given this a 1 probably also. Holy fuck. Was there a listener score?
Yeah, the listener score was a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
That's
with
low for the listeners.
with very low vote
there's
totals.
only 9 people.
Yeah, very low. I don't think the number of people watching the show was exactly very large. So, guys, I have blacked out mailbags. We will find ways to get to the mailbags. I promise. I promise. But wow, I asked the chat if we should do Family Feud, and again, and everyone said yes. I think everyone liked it quite a lot.
Might have to be a yes.
So I think we could
So
play.
if you go
Family
to
Feud.
the Discord right now, I've already posted the follow-up questions for the future Family Feud questions.
Oh,
So
shit.
if you go there, you can participate. You can redeem your Keijo votes from prior.
There's nothing to be
rounds.
ashamed of, baby. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
Mason wants a rematch. He's like, I got to get back in there.
Do it.
I'm
Do it
down.
now.
Do it now, guys. Wow, that was a fun episode. I really enjoyed this
It
one.
was.
It was a good one.
Copcraft sucked, but it was probably more fun to make fun of Copcraft than it was to watch Copcraft.
Yeah.
In all honesty,
I tried getting my sister to watch it with me and she abandoned me.
Oh, I mean,
yeah.
come on. she's a woman of taste.
Let's not go that far.
Called out.
Oh shit.
So next week on the podcast, we have our Merry Christmas shopping spree, which is something we've done before. Fun topic, basically just like what you want for Christmas, anime-related stuff you'd like to have for Christmas. Just a fun opportunity to sort of, share the things that you're looking forward to. And we're going to be reviewing the Dumbbell Show, so
Nice.
that definitely will be interesting. So we will get to that next week. Guys, thank you so much. For those of you that watched on Twitch, please follow us on Twitch. Obviously, please rate us on iTunes and subscribe on iTunes as well. If you want to get all of our extra content, we're going to do a hentai episode right after this, and you can get that at aaapodcast.com/join. And really what you'll be doing is helping the podcast financially, keep making sure that we can keep functioning the way that we have been. And of course, you'll get that exclusive RSS feed, which will let you listen to all the bonus content through your favorite mobile apps. So that is definitely something that'll make your life a lot easier. So head over there and sign up, and be sure to follow on Twitter. So Mandi.
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter at AAA_Mandi with I.
Yeah, you guys can get me at Enzo Badia, ENZOBADIA. I've been tweeting a lot more recently. I would love to talk to you guys. I DM with listeners all the time. It's really fun. So hit me up.
Pope Mitsugi here on Twitter. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Yeah. Thank you so much for being our fans all the way through 500 episodes. It's 10 years in the making. We love all of you, and we'll see you next week. Until then, peace out.
To 500 more. Baby.
Whoa, bye-bye.
Thanks to all those who stuck with us this long. You're the true Comcast heroes.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.